Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. Meiman. My Deadpool becomes stronger when I speak. Chapter 81. A just act against gangsters. Let Meiman get a lot of weapons and wealth. He tried to open the newly activated extra-dimensional arsenal. Soon a red space wormhole appeared in front of him. Meiman threw a submachine gun in first. Then he stretched his hand into the space wormhole. The hand was directly melted by the wormhole. Fortunately, only one weapon was thrown in, otherwise it would be a big loss to throw all of them in. Meiman looked at his melting arm and complained. Caution is the boat, but the different dimensional arsenal is not used like this. You only need to have a need for weapons in your brain, and the different dimensional arsenal will automatically allocate weapons to you according to the battlefield situation. Attack effect plus 10, current attack effect, 70. Crit. Attack effect plus 10, current attack effect, 80. I want a weapon. Suddenly a wormhole appeared on the side of the body. The weapon thrown in just now fell out of the wormhole. This weapon assistant is good, now you can safely put the weapon and banknote L in it. A gust of wind swept through the entire warehouse. Meiman quickly threw all the weapons on the ground into the wormhole like the wind. Wait until the battlefield is cleared. Then rushed to the plane tree bar. At the moment time is more than 10 o'clock in the evening. The sycamore tree has not yet opened its doors. But the door was already full of people. Meiman doesn't wait in line. Go straight through the wall. He came to the bar mixing table and found a place to sit down. Hey, bring me a cup of combustible oolong tea. Classic drink of the blue sea. It seems that oolong tea is actually a mixture of vodka and whiskey. Attack effect plus 10, current attack effect, 90. Crit. Son of the Sea plus 20, currently, 20. The bartender looked at Meiman in surprise. It's not because he can't make oolong tea because it's too flammable. Rather, Meiman can sit here before the bar opens. Most importantly, he has never seen Meiman's face. It is very reasonable for VIPs or old acquaintances to sit here without opening. But a stranger can sit at the bar before it even opens. Obviously looking for something. The bartenders here are not good, and they can't even make combustible oolong tea. Meiman sat leisurely in his seat. Not far away, a big man with white hair came over. He is tall and fat. Arm tattoos all over. The pressure can be felt from a distance. But that's just for ordinary people. Meiman completely treats him like an ass. Just when he was close, he was punched by Meiman and flew more than 10 meters away. His body slammed into the table with a bang and he fell to the ground fainting. I want to ask again, can you make combustible oolong tea? Sweat more than 200 caddies with one punch. Not to mention flammable oolong tea, he will find a way to make any kind of wine for you. Attack effect plus 10, current attack effect, 100. Attack special effect reaches 100, activate cherry blossom special effect. When you attack others with double knives, cherry blossom special effect will be triggered. Every time you swing a knife, cherry blossoms will fall. Crit. Son of the Sea plus 20, currently, 40. The sound of the strong man's landing quickly attracted the attention of other people in the bar. At the moment 3 men with pistols came from the back room. Glancing at the strong man unconscious, it is also clear that Meiman is not a guy to mess with. They did not shoot immediately. The expression on the contrary is very polite. I don't know how Luo offended you, but let me say sorry for him first. He interrupted me for a drink, so I put him to sleep first. Are the 3 of you holding guns because you want to experience the feeling of getting off work early? Language full of provocation, but the 3 of them dare not offend you easily even if they have weapons. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10, current skill fragment critical strike, 240. Crit. Son of the Sea plus 10, currently, 50. No, quickly put away the weapon. The man ordered the others to put away their weapons immediately. The man who spoke was probably the owner of the bar. Vanessa, come and make a drink for this gentleman. Soon a woman in a hot dress came out of the inner room. As soon as he came out, he moved the butt above Meiman's seat back. Meiman's reaction made the barman feel that Meiman was emotional. But Meiman was just surprised. Didn't expect to meet Wade's girlfriend at the Sycamore bar. Himself as a wife harvester. Can't let it go. As for the name of the wife harvester, Meiman came up with it after experiencing Shaw. Compared with Marvel's first affectionate, it seems that the wife harvester is more attractive. Seeing Vanessa coming, the original bartender quickly left to make room. Vanessa picked up the mixing glass and stared at Meiman affectionately. The eyes of the two were always in a straight line. What do you want to drink? Have a cup of 82-year-old combustible oolong tea. I have heard of Lafite in 1982. I have never heard of the 82-year-old combustible oolong tea. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10. Current skill fragment critical strike, 250. Crit, Son of the Sea plus 10. Currently, 60. Vanessa frowned at the name of the wine. But soon the wine was mixed for Meiman. The bartending action is wild. Like a pole dancer on a night stage. The combustible oolong tea you wanted is here. Vanessa took out the lighter and tapped it lightly. A pinch of blue flames ignites at the top of the cup. That's right, you will be the one to mix my wine from now on. After speaking, Meiman drank the wine in the glass in one breath. Anything else? Vanessa raised an eyebrow. I saw another drink at the bottom of the glass just now, so the second drink should be free. Let Vanessa know that you are not a boring person. Skill fragment crit plus 10. Current skill fragment crit, 260. Crit, Son of the Sea plus 10. Currently, 70. Okay, if you can drink this cup in one gulp, everything here tonight is yours. It was so unchallenging that I wouldn't frown if I drank all the wine in the Garner bar. Your words made everyone think that you have been fascinated by Vanessa and started bragging. But the truth is exactly what you said. Not to mention the Plane Tree Bar, you can drink all the wines in all the bars in Ghana without interruption. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10. Current skill fragment critical strike, 270. Crit, Son of the Sea plus 10. Currently, 80. Meiman picked up the wine glass and drank it down. In the moment of looking up, Vanessa quickly pulled out a pistol from under her skirt and shot Meiman in the head. I thought blood was splashing everywhere, but the bullet hit the floor instead. Meiman dodged even while drinking. I forgot to tell you, I have mind-reading skills, and I know exactly what you are going to do. Shocked everyone, not only your words, but also the picture of you drinking and dodging bullets just now. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10. Current skill fragment critical strike, 280. Crit, Son of the Sea plus 10. Currently, the Son of the Sea, 90. Everyone in the at the moment bar was stunned. The scene just now really scared everyone. Meiman dodged. Vanessa was not reconciled to raising her gun and continuing to shoot. But it was completely blocked by Meiman's double sabers. At the same time as the bullet hit the ground, Vanessa's clothes also fell to the ground. Such superb knife skills made everyone draw their guns and shoot together. Double knife mastery plus wind speed and slow motion vision. Even if you use Gatling, I won't miss a bullet. Others hide when they can. You have become a game of chopping bullets. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10. Current skill fragment critical strike, 290. Crit, Son of the Sea plus 10. Currently, 100. Son of the Sea reaches 100. Activate the Son of the Sea level 1. You can breathe freely underwater, and the underwater vision will not be blocked. Dang dang dang. Meiman quickly swung his two sabers. The bullets fell to the ground along with the cherry blossoms one by one. Give it back to you. Meiman's blade is tilted. The bullet hit the blade and split into two, hitting the heads of the two people behind. Then the body turned and the wind knife spread. Everything around is separated up and down. Fortunately, Meiman controlled the power of the wind knife. Otherwise, the people queuing up at the door will become corpses separated up and down. Are you a mutant? The barman fell into a pool of blood and kept muttering. He is not separated from top to bottom. Just lost the legs. I'm not a mutant, I'm just a customer who doesn't want to line up. What is your purpose in coming here? Could it be that you come to the bar to sleep without drinking? You all insist on giving away your head, and I can't help it. Fact, we thought you were making trouble. Troubleshooting. With Vanessa here, I'm sure I won't make trouble. That's all right, you can continue drinking. No problem, I look forward to Vanessa's wine even more after killing people. Go, Vanessa is yours today, ignore me, I'll go and bandage it. Bandage. Meiman felt that the words were not listened to. Going down with a knife saved the barman from the time of bandaging. Then sat back to the original position. Vanessa at the moment hugged her body and curled up on the ground. The expression is very frightened. Get up and make me another drink. Control success. Vanessa sensed her body was out of control. Get up and immediately make a cocktail for Mu Bai. And Vanessa, who is bartending this time, is even more charming than before. It is understood that a student who escaped from Mutant Academy came here. You're here for the Mutant Academy students. That's right, otherwise you think I'm here to mess things up. Or appreciate your art of bartending. The little boy is gone. A few nights ago, also before we closed, there was a man in a ninja suit sitting at the bar, and he called for the boy. Vanessa was bartending as she spoke. At that time we thought he was sent by Mutant College to pick up the little boy, but the little boy didn't recognize him. The owner of the bar at the time tried to get rid of him and keep the mutant boy as the cash cow for the bar, but the ninja was letting out the smoke. When the smoke clears, the ninja and the little boy are gone. So the little boy is missing. That's right. Vanessa put the prepared cocktail heavily in front of Mu Bai's eyes. The body also immediately lost the restraint. She hurried to get the towel aside. But the towel was burnt to ashes by a red ray from Mu Bai. I hope you won't be distracted while we chat. On the surface, it sounds like Vanessa is only focusing on communication. I don't know that I am satisfying my own eyes. Although there is perspective, only HD resolution and no 1080p resolution. Skill Fragment Critical Strike plus 10, current Skill Fragment Critical Strike, 300. The crit hit of the skill fragment reaches 300, activate the storm in the storm, and when the extra skill fragment is obtained, there is a 30% chance of another crit strike, and the extra skill fragment is obtained. Crit, Son of the Sea plus 10, currently, 110. Plus. Super Hearing plus 10, current Super Hearing, 10. What does that ninja look like? I can't see clearly, wearing a black ninja suit, with 2 katana pinned to my waist. Ninja. Mu Bai rubbed his chin and thought, do you know about palms? Definitely know the hand, they've been fighting gangsters for turf lately. I heard that it is an organization from an island country, and they like kidnapping very much. The group of perverts in the island country likes to play bondage the most, there is no doubt about it. Conclusions drawn from watching movies. Skill Fragment Critical Strike plus 20, current Skill Fragment Critical Strike, 330. Crit, Son of the Sea plus 20, currently, 130. Violence in Violence. Super Hearing plus 10, current Super Hearing, 20. According to what you said, one night the ninja is likely to be a member of the hand. With your strength, the hand should not be your opponent. Backquote, those crooked melons and split dates, I can destroy them with one hand. Quote, but it's a bit late, and I'll kill the hand after opening the golden eggs tomorrow morning. Just finished. There was a sudden sound of the door opening outside the bar. A group of people yelled and rushed in. Everyone wanted to come in and be crazy. But as soon as they entered the door and saw the dead body in the middle of the bar, they all screamed in fright. Get dressed. Mu Bai manipulated the wormhole and took out a piece of clothing and threw it to Vanessa. He won't take the eyes of other men cheaply. What's going on? The security guard at the entrance of the bar walked towards the bar in surprise when he saw the tragedy inside. He saw that Vanessa was alive. And sitting at the bartending table was a man I had never seen before. When he saw Katana next to Mu Bai, he immediately became alert. The little boy was taken away by you, why did he come back again? As he spoke, he took out a gun from his pocket. Lars, don't get excited. Vanessa knows the strength of Mu Bai, the kings. A group of people were shot without being injured. Russ' pistol was completely useless. If you continue to point your gun at Mu Bai, it might be dead in a second. He's not a hand, put your gun down. Different from others, Vanessa has a good relationship with Paul Russ. Both commuters and commuters will greet each other warmly when they meet. Vanessa, come here, I'll protect you. Lars, you can't protect me, so go away. No, Vanessa, I. Before he finished speaking, Mu Bai quickly raised his bow. In the blink of an eye, he came to Lars. Facing the face instantly. Lars was so frightened that his body shook and the pistol fell to the ground. Go away, Vanessa is my supper tonight. You're too young to want a hero to save the beauty. Sit at the bar for the last second. The next second is already here. This speed makes Russ have to worry about Vanessa tonight. You, who the hell are you? I'm Vanessa's man. No. Impossible. Russ took a few steps back like a lovelorn. Didn't even ask Vanessa whether what Meiman said is true. Then he turned around and ran away. Meiman stood still and did not chase after him. He has already seen through Lars' mind. After seeing Meiman's speed, Lars already had the idea of being scared and running away. But in front of Vanessa, he didn't run away immediately because of face. But when I heard Meiman say he was Vanessa's boyfriend, in an instant, there was a reason to abandon Vanessa and run away. Look, Vanessa, this kind of man who can only talk is unreliable. I didn't even like him at first. You killed all the people in other bars. I should get off work and find another job tomorrow. I'm sorry for killing your boss, how about I introduce you to a job? Looking at Vanessa's figure, Meiman laughed. Forget it, I still like to find it myself. That can't be done, why don't we go to your home to discuss the work content first tonight? Vanessa knows what you want to do. Want to pick her up under the guise of introducing a job. But because of the bad mood of my boyfriend who has been missing for many days, and you killed her most hated bar owner, I decided to let you drink coffee from her house tonight. Skill Fragment Critical Strike plus 20. Current Skill Fragment Critical Strike, 350. Crit, 533. Sons of the Sea plus 20. The current Son of the Sea is 150. Violence in Violence. Super Hearing plus 10. Current Super Hearing, 30. Vanessa didn't speak, but Meiman can hear his heart. So the two walked out of the bar with a tacit understanding. You can go to my house, but do one thing for me first. There is nothing more important than going to your house to drink coffee right now. Let's talk about tomorrow after drinking the coffee first. Are you sure? Vanessa, who was walking in the front, suddenly turned her head and smiled at Meiman. If you are willing to help me, you can add sugar to tonight's coffee. If you don't want to, there will be no additives in tonight's coffee. I don't want to help you, but tonight's unsweetened coffee is obviously tasteless, so let's make a quick fix. The two of you are definitely not talking about drinking coffee. Different age groups will have different understandings. Skill Fragment Critical Strike plus 20. Current Skill Fragment Critical Strike, 350. Crit, Son of the Sea plus 20. Currently, 150. Violence in Violence. Super Hearing plus 10. Current Super Hearing, 40. Meiman for the higher water content of the coffee tonight. Following Vanessa, who was walking ahead, she changed her walking route. The two turned left and right into the alley. Turned several times in the alley. Finally, I stopped in front of a billiard hall with a sign that it was closed. The AGFF guy in the photo must have something to do with the disappearance of my boyfriend. I hope you can bring this person to me. Vanessa opened the phone photo album. Meiman glanced at the man in the photo and nodded. Give me the phone first, so that I can go in and find someone. I got Vanessa's cell phone in one sentence. In addition, I don't plan to find someone through photos at all, but want to check the private photos in Vanessa's phone. VIP Deacon plus 10. Current VIP Deacon, 60. Crit. Slow Motion Vision plus 10. Current Slow Motion Vision, 110. Before I call you, I hope you can wait for me over there. Meiman pointed not far away. Vanessa obediently walked over. When Vanessa turned the corner and turned her back on him, Meiman quickly clicked the return button. His eyes swept over every private photo in Vanessa's phone like a rocket. Hey, where are you looking at? Vanessa noticed that Meiman's eyes seemed to be a little strange when looking at the photo. It's nothing. I just want to see what that person looks like. Meiman panicked and immediately put the phone on his chest. Then turn around and enter from the main entrance. Due to the wall-penetrating technique, the suspension of business in front of the door is like a fake. Into the backstage arena filled with smoke. All the players playing billiards have cigarettes in their mouths. Judging by how hot every table is packed, it doesn't look like a closed pool hall at all. Look at me taking you with one stroke. At this time, in front of the second row of pool tables, a man wearing a hood lie face down on the pool table with a firm grip on the pool cue. He lowered his body very low. His eyes were fixed on the only white and black balls left on the pool table. Get ready for $100, I'm sure I'll score. After speaking, the club quickly poked at the white ball. Snapped. The white ball pops out quickly. The black ball is hit by the force and hits the edge of the table and ejects at a 45-degree angle. The rolling direction is aligned with the table corner hole. You don't even need to look to know it will be a perfect catapult goal. so it hasn't waited for the black ball to go in the hole. The man in the turban got up and closed his pull and asked the other person for money. It's just that he didn't expect that he suddenly grabbed the black ball that was about to enter the hole with one hand. Excuse me, have you ever seen this man? Meiman, who caught the black ball, did not forget to show the photo on the phone to the turbaned man. The mother opens the door for the cheap. It's too cheap to go home. Look for someone, just find someone, and stop a ball that is about to be scored. Worse, the person who asks is the hooded male factory who is about to score a goal. As if charging, suddenly unplugged the primary school student who was playing ranking with Wi-Fi. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10, current skill fragment critical strike, 360. Crit, son of the C plus 20, currently, 170. NTMD, didn't see I was going to score a goal. The turbaned man let go of the $100 he was about to receive. Grabbed the cue and walked towards Meiman, swearing all the time. As soon as he got close to the club in his hand, he hit Meiman directly on the head. But Meiman grabbed the club with a backhand grip. Pulling forward, the hooded man staggered and fell into Meiman's arms. It's just one ball, it's okay, I'll help you score. After speaking, he squeezed the mouth of the man in the hood and forced the black ball into his mouth. Everyone around here stopped what they were doing. Chi Shushua looked at Meiman. Has anyone seen this man? See that the method of attracting attention has succeeded. Meiman threw the hooded man onto the pool table. Hold up your phone photo album and show it to everyone. But in exchange, only a group of people looked at him coldly. Boy, are you looking for death? A 5-year-old and 3-year-old security guard rushed from a distance. Meiman picked up the white ball unhurriedly. He threw it hard and hit the security guard on the forehead. Let him fall back and faint on the spot. Has anyone seen this guy? If you don't answer, I'm going to play pool with you. Meiman reached into the hole and took out a red ball. Without saying a word, he threw it directly at the wall. The red ball was also strong enough to smash directly into the wall. People playing around saw the strength of throwing the ball with surprise. With no answer in 3 seconds, the next ball will hit a random one of you in the head. The first ball is just a deterrent. The second ball makes everyone feel scared. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10, current skill fragment critical strike, 370. Crit, son of the C plus 10, currently, 180. Violence in violence. Super hearing plus 10, current super hearing, 50. He's the boss here. Then let him come out. I'm Pan Shouting's manager, I'm here to talk to him about cooperation. Would Pan Shouting's agent appear in a place like mine? And put billiard balls into other people's mouths? At this time, the man in the photo on the mobile phone came out of the house. Behind him were 2 strong black bodyguards. Whether I recognize Pan Shouting or not, just remember that I'm here to cooperate with you. How do you cooperate? Give me your dog's life and this billiard hall, and I can leave you with a dead body. Overlord terms in cooperation. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10, current skill fragment critical strike, 380. Crit, son of the C plus 20, currently, 200. The son of the sea reaches 200. Activate the second stage of the son of the sea. Walking underwater is like land without feeling the slightest resistance. Violence in violence. Super hearing plus 10, current super hearing, 60. Want to kill me? Don't you look around. A word from the billiards boss. Everyone put down their clubs and drew their pistols from their waists. He didn't even give Meiman a chance to say a few more words. Aim at Meiman and shoot indiscriminately. The sudden sound of bullets startled Vanessa, who was standing outside the door. Take the scene where the bar blocks bullets. Vanessa doesn't have to worry about Meiman. Wait for the billiard hall bullets to end. Soon there were screams from inside. Boom. Immediately afterwards, the door of the billiard hall was blasted open. The billiards boss flew out first. He fell face to face like a dog eating meat. See the appearance of the billiards boss. Vanessa was furious. Go up and kick the pool boss in the crotch. The billiards boss yelled in pain. But soon he felt someone turn him over. He stomped on his chest again. Say, where did you take Wade? It must be a woman who speaks. The pool owner squinted and saw Vanessa. Suddenly remembered something. Who is Wade? Have no idea. Vanessa smiled slightly. The high-heeled shoes stepped directly on the crotch of the billiard boss. The billiards boss could vaguely feel that one of the eggs was broken, rolling around in pain. If you don't say it again, the next one will die. Don't step on it, I said. The billiards boss covered his crotch and sweated profusely. I never thought that I would be defeated at the feet of a woman. You said you could cure cancer, why haven't I been able to contact Wade for a week? He died during the operation to remove the cancer. He didn't tell you because he was afraid that you would be sad. Dead. Vanessa's pupils shrank, her expression froze. She's done the scene where Wade comes back from cancer countless times. I also had countless nightmares about Wade dying. It's hard to accept the worst dreams for a while. What about his body? I want to see it. I don't know about the corpse either. I'm only in charge of introduction, not surgery. Which hospital did the surgery? I don't know about that either. I don't know. The people you took away don't know where they were taken. Vanessa raised her foot angrily and stepped on the billiard boss's stomach. They didn't tell me because it was confidential. Just when Vanessa was about to step on another egg of the pool boss, Meiman came out from the pool hall. Vanessa, he is lying to you. Wade was not treated at all, but was taken as a test subject by them. Experimental product. Vanessa looked at Meiman incredulously. Meiman walked in and stroked her haggard cheek. That's right, an institution dedicated to torturing living people into mutants. You must have got the money to open the pool hall by selling people as test subjects, right? Ask the billiards boss. His billiard hall was indeed acquired by selling people. In addition, the billiards boss is surprised that you know the inside story. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10, current skill fragment critical strike, 390. Crit, slow motion vision plus 20, current slow motion vision, 130. Violence in violence. Super hearing plus 10, current super hearing, 70. How did you know about this? The billiards boss looked panic-stricken. Because that's where I escaped from. What? There are still people who can escape. They told me that it is absolutely impossible to escape. What is impossible for others, is possible for me. Boom. A laser blasted in the crotch of the billiard boss. Ah! The billiards boss who lost all his eggs yelled in pain. Maybe he can find a couple of billiard balls to fill in what's missing. Your humor makes Vanessa feel better. In you she found the shadow of Wade. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10, current skill fragment critical strike, 400. The crit hit of skill fragments reaches 400, activate the violent lottery. When you get extra skill fragments, there is an 80% chance to crit again, and you get extra skill fragments, there is a 5% chance for the storm to directly upgrade the skill of the fragment. Crit, slow motion vision plus 20, current slow motion vision, 150. Violence in violence. Super hearing plus 10, current super hearing, 80. Do you know where Wade's base is? Is Wade still alive? I don't know where that base is. Whether Wade can survive depends entirely on his mouth. Maybe now he has become a Stitch monster in Wolverine 1. A tribute to the Stitch monster Deadpool in Wolverine 1. The silent Deadpool has no soul. Skill fragment critical strike plus 30, current skill fragment critical strike, 430. Crit, slow motion vision plus 20, current slow motion vision, 170. Violence in violence. Super hearing plus 10, current super hearing, 90. Forgive me. Just now Vanessa looked melancholy. When he heard the call of the billiards boss, his anger rose instantly. Take off your high heels and walk towards the pool boss. I could have spent the rest of my life with Wade, but it was you who kept us from seeing each other again. Vanessa yelled. He raised his high heels and hit the billiard boss on the head. There were more than 20 knocks. Intel comfortable. And the bloody head of the billiards boss at the moment is as bumpy as a golf ball. 0. I don't have blood on my face, do I? Not very beautiful. We should go to the billiard hall and look for it, maybe we can find some clues about the base. You don't need to go in, I stayed inside for a while just now, and there is nothing inside. You can't stop me. Vanessa didn't believe it and went straight into the pool hall. But when I saw the inside of the pool hall, he opened his mouth wide in surprise. Because it's really empty inside. Nothing. What did you do? There should be a lot of pool tables in there. I forgot to tell you, I plan to open a billiard hall in the future, so I took all the things in it. Where did it go? We'll talk slowly when we get back to your house. After speaking, Mewbai picked up Vanessa. A strong wind blows. The two disappeared in an instant. When they stopped, the two had already entered a strange room. Vanessa was thrown onto the bed by Mewbai. This is not my house. Vanessa fell on the bed and looked around. This place is much more luxurious and clean than her room. Wherever there is a bed is home. How did we get here? Piercing through walls, floating in the air, wind speed, etc. I have used all the methods that can allow us to quickly reach the presidential suite of the hotel. Mewbai quickly took off his clothes while talking. In the blink of an eye, he rushed into the bathroom. But as soon as the bathroom door was opened, screams came from inside. At the moment a man and a woman are taking a shower in the bathroom. The appearance of Mewbai left them dumbfounded. Fake, who are you? Mewbai shouted. Emotionally bring Vanessa to the whoring hotel. The result was an unexpected guest. Who are you and why are you here? Could it be the staff of the hotel? Ah, yes. I heard that the water temperature in the bathroom is a bit cold, so I came to test the water temperature. Fudged as a hotel staff. The two were a little confused. They didn't expect the hotel staff to be so dedicated, and they came here to test the water temperature in the middle of the night when the guests were taking a bath. Skill Fragment Critical Strike plus 10. Current Skill Fragment Critical Strike, 440. Crit. Slow Motion Vision plus 20. Current Slow Motion Vision, 190. Violence in Violence. Super Hearing plus 10. Current Super Hearing, 100. Super Hearing reaches 100, activates city level hearing, and the sound of 0 within 10,000 square kilometers can be heard in your ears. After speaking, he stretched out his hand to touch the shower water. The water temperature is normal, not cold. Do you feel cold? The two shook their heads without speaking. That's all right, good night. Mewbai closed the bathroom door and returned to the bedroom. Vanessa, who was lying on the bed, also heard the conversation in the bathroom. Someone here. 4 people are not impossible. Come on, let's go, let's not disturb others. Vanessa immediately jumped off the bed to the ground. Mewbai raised his eyebrows. Pick up Vanessa again. According to Vanessa's directions, I finally came to her house. Vanessa lives in a rental house of less than 50 square meters. The sound insulation of the rental house is not very good. You can even hear the shouts of the big brother next door watching the football game. This is your home. How about it? Isn't it too messy? Vanessa picked up the clothes that fell on the ground. I want to make the room look as comfortable as possible. It's not chaotic, except that the sound insulation is not good. It's a dream come true. Fact, whether you can play football or not, you don't score like this. It's good that you don't dislike it. I'm used to living alone. It's no wonder you don't worry about sound insulation if you live alone. I'll definitely rent you a better room tomorrow. Shoot, this goal is not scored, go home and eat. Thank you, but I still prefer to live by myself. Brother has a lot of money, and you don't need to spend money to buy things. Renting a house is easy for me. I really can't move to Tony's Cliff Villa. Vanessa believes what you say. But she doesn't want to move to a playboy's villa, because every morning, different women will come out from there. Skill Fragment Critical Strike plus 10. Current Skill Fragment Critical Strike, 450. Crit. Slow Motion Vision plus 10. Current Slow Motion Vision, 200. Slow Motion Vision reaches 200. Unlock 4 times Slow Motion. Can stimulate Slow Motion Vision at any time. All animals will slow down 4 times under Slow Motion Vision. MD, you don't know how to play and let me play. I am better than you, and I lost another $200. Does the guy next door call that every day? Almost. Vanessa sat on the bed slowly. It's a good thing I came today, otherwise you would have to listen to this guy's roar every day. After speaking, Mewbai rolled up his sleeves. See, Mewbai is going to teach the man next door a lesson. Vanessa grabbed his hand suddenly. Don't kill him, at least he won't yell during the day. No problem. Mewbai kissed Vanessa's hand. Go straight through the wall to the soccer guy's room. However, the football man's complaints did not stop because the game was over. It's not as good as kicking a dog 1 by 1. I will never buy it next time. Shouting for more than an hour starved me to death. How about some chips? That's a good note. The football man smiled and turned his head. When he saw Meiman, his body suddenly fell back. Due to obesity, the sofa was overturned and stood upright. Who are you? I don't know that yelling in the middle of the night is a nuisance. What's your business? How did you get in here? The soccer man glanced at the door. Didn't see any damage. But Meiman didn't answer and directly kicked the football boy's TV. Why did you smash my TV? I believe that you can be very quiet at night without TV. There are two ways to solve the root cause of the problem. One is the football man. The other is kicking the TV. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10. Current skill fragment critical strike, 460. Crit, slow motion vision plus 10. Current slow motion vision, 210. Violence in violence, substitute plus 20. Current substitute, 120. I'm going to call the police. If you want to be as quiet as the TV, you can call and fight. I promise you will die worse than the TV before the police come. Scared the football man. I have lived here for several years, and you are the first person to scare him. Other residents cannot pose a threat to the football man. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10. Current skill fragment critical strike, 470. Criter, slow motion vision plus 20. Current slow motion vision, 230. Violence in violence, substitute plus 20. Current substitute, 140. Have you understood? Understood. The football man curled up on the ground. Speak up, do you understand? Didn't you just say it too loudly and easily disturb the people? Children can be taught. Meiman smiled and walked to the football boy. Suddenly grabbed the football man by his collar. Two red eyes stared at him intently. Like a devil in the night. If you dare to yell again at night, I will shoot your eyes out and make you blind for the rest of your life. Learn by heart. You have become his nightmare at night. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10. Current skill fragment critical strike, 480. Crit, slow motion vision plus 20. Current slow motion vision, 250. Violence in violence, substitute plus 20. Current substitute, 162.70. Forgive me, I dare not. The football man cried and whispered. At the moment pants have been wet a lot. It's all thanks to your quietness during the day that I can spare your life. After speaking, he threw the football man on the bed. However, Meiman's words are not only heard by football men. Old houses are poorly soundproofed. Residents living on the first floor heard it too. But they all lay in bed and laughed out loud. Because finally someone did something they've always wanted to do. It's just so satisfying, solved the football man. Meiman returns to Vanessa's room. Vanessa at the moment looks shy. Wrap yourself in a quilt. Meiman looked at Vanessa with her hips akimbo and muttered in her heart. See that, Wade, at the moment, you must be lying on the cold operating bed in the experimental institution, but I will be lying next to Vanessa's warm body. What are you waiting for? Vanessa smiled wrapped in the quilt. I just got rid of a disturbing man, and I don't want to be a double-standard person. Don't look at me, I'm sure I can't control my voice. Don't worry, brother, there is a solution. Do you have earplugs? Yes, because I can hear the sound of cars during the day. Yuan bought a box. Vanessa climbed to the bedside table and took out a box of earplugs. Great, these should be enough. Take the earbud case. Meiman acted immediately, as fast as a man who goes out to find balloons in the middle of the night. Through the walls, into the bedrooms of every household. Plug the earplugs into the ears of the residents on the same floor one by one. When I saw that there were still people listening to music in the middle of the night, Meiman will carefully turn up the volume of his earphones. It's just that there are too many residents. Earplugs are clearly not enough. But in order to take care of the sleep quality of the residents, Meiman could only kindly move the sleeping person out of the house. Avoid them being woken up by Vanessa's voice. Several residents Meiman placed them on top of the lid of the trash bin. Some were placed on street lamps. Some are on the roof. Others were placed in dog houses. By tomorrow morning you'll be thanking me for giving you a good night's sleep. Reverse thinking. They don't have to worry about delaying tomorrow's work because they can't sleep. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10. Current skill fragment critical strike, 490. Crit, slow motion vision plus 20. Current slow motion vision, 270. Violence in violence, substitute plus 20. Current substitute, 180. Get busy with the neighbor sleeping. Meiman returned to Vanessa's room again. Vanessa at the moment is already yawning. Would you like a cup of coffee? I won't drink any more. I'm afraid I won't be able to sleep in the second half of the night, it's too boring. Listen to my brother and drink more, you won't be bored in the second half of the night, and don't worry about your neighbors, they are destined to have a quiet night tonight. Just talking is useless. Meiman quickly made coffee. I don't know what Meiman is doing, but still took the hot coffee and drank it. The sleepless night is officially entered after drinking coffee. Next morning, the two slept on a collapsed bed. Woke up by the sound of help. Who doesn't sleep and yells outside during the day? Vanessa's bed is near the window. She sat up and squinted and looked out the window. Then he shrank back into Meiman's warm embrace. Someone was stuck on the streetlights, so they were yelling outside. Is this man a freak? What are you doing climbing on the street lamp when you have nothing to do? What you said doesn't seem to be the one you put him on the streetlight last night. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10, current skill fragment critical strike, 500. The crit hit of skill fragments reaches 500, double crit is activated, and when extra skill fragments are obtained, there is a 100% chance of another crit strike. Extra skill fragments are obtained, and the number of all fragments obtained is x2, and there is a 10% chance of a sudden burst. Let the fragment skill level up. Crit, slow motion vision plus 10x2, current slow motion vision, 290. Violence in violence, substitute plus 10x2, current substitute, 200. Substitution reaches 200, activates the 100-meter substitution technique, and can exchange positions with anything within 100 meters, and the exchanged items can be people. 500 fragments is probably the highest at present, and each skill fragment starts at 20, and there will be no more skill fragments with a quantity of 10. Meiman scratched his chin and calculated. The man at the lamppost made me cookies, can you let him down? A good man is rewarded with good. If he doesn't give you cookies, he won't meet a hero to save him. Meiman got up and put all the clothes on in the blink of an eye. You have a golden egg reward that you haven't claimed yet. I almost forgot, open the golden egg first, and hold on to the man on the street lamp for a while. Golden egg hatched successfully. Obtain artifact. Undead battle suit. Immortal battle suit. The battle suit will immediately recover from any injuries, and has an automatic cleaning function, and will also change the style of clothes according to the owner's ideas. When I mentioned the jersey, I remembered an agreement with Jobs, but it was all because I gave Jobs the first lesson of a mercenary: never trust a partner. Get the undead battle suit. The $8,000 clothes on her body instantly smelled bad. Meiman rips off $8,000 worth of clothes with his bare hands and puts on an immortal battle suit. Then a drawing comes to mind. The undead battle suit on his body immediately changed into a red Deadpool battle suit. The first set of red uniforms came out, and I will apply for copyright in a few days, so as not to save Peter from imitating my uniform. Some people often regard Deadpool as Spider-Man, because the first generation uniforms of the two are not much different. Applied for copyright protection, Peter may suffer from being dumb. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10x2, current skill fragment critical strike, 520. Crit, slow motion vision plus 10x2, current slow motion vision, 310. Slow motion vision reaches 300, unlocks 6 times slow motion, and can stimulate slow motion vision at any time. All animals will slow down 6 times under slow motion vision. Violence in violence. The VIP Deacon won the crit lottery and directly rose to 100. VIP Deacon reaches 100, activate skill strengthening, randomly select 3 skills, you can choose one of the skills for strengthening. VIP Stool Resistance. You can control other people's chrysanthemums at will and make them file size incontinent. VIP Wealth. Get 10 million every day. VIP Healing Ability. Recover all injuries in 1 second. The first one is disgusting, I don't want to be called Chrysanthemum Man. When I find Tony to talk about cooperation, 10 million a day doesn't feel like much. I want the third one, it's the first time I think there's nothing wrong with being a second boy. Choose 3. VIP Upgrade Successful. Get VIP Healing Ability. Just when Meiman finished selecting VIP skills, there was a scream outside the window. The man on the street lamp fell off. Just finished talking about Meow Nan, You can't stand it anymore, I'm so disappointed. Mewbai sighed, flew out the window under Vanessa's gaze. Hey, second man, are you okay? Mewbai fell from the sky in front of the biscuit man and asked. I feel like my back is broken. Any of you take him to the hospital. Or call an ambulance. Don't call an ambulance, I don't have money to pay for an ambulance, and I don't have money to see a doctor. It doesn't matter, brother is rich. After speaking, he pressed 3 submachine guns on the biscuit man. Go to the hospital in a while and use these 3 submachine guns to cover the medical expenses. I believe it is enough to pay your bill. Payment method for prison meals. I've seen robbers who rob banks, but I've never seen robbers who rob hospitals. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10x2 current skill fragment critical strike, 540. Crit, super memory plus 20x2 current super memory, 40. Violence in violence, Olaf Ragnarok plus 20x2 current Olaf Ragnarok, 40. Farewell to Cookie Man. Mewbai flew back to Vanessa's room. The room is on the 3rd floor. When seeing Mewbai flying up, many people around showed surprised eyes. When did Vanessa get a boyfriend who can fly? A man holding flowers in a luxury car on the side of the road kept staring at Vanessa's window. Jenny, it seems that you have no chance. The man sitting in the passenger seat stood aside and comforted him. His gaze was also fixed on the window of Vanessa's room. The two tried to see something through the window. After only one night of seeing each other, Vanessa already has a boyfriend with super abilities. Vanessa can't have a boyfriend, and I've never met the guy just now. Maybe we were together a long time ago. Impossible. The bouquet man is firm. I was very sure that Vanessa could not find a boyfriend so quickly. I was by Vanessa's side all the time when her ex-boyfriend was away, and I was not around last night. It's impossible to have a boyfriend all of a sudden. Jenny, you just often go to the bar where Vanessa is, and you don't count as accompanying her. Anyway, I've been by Vanessa's boyfriend since she disappeared, and I've never seen that guy in the red tights at the bar. Then what are you going to do? Suddenly someone patted the flower bouquet man on the shoulder and asked. Go up and ask what's going on, maybe that person just went to the wrong room. Sorry, I didn't go to the wrong room. Where did I stay last night? If you want to be a sewer repairman to persuade you, you should die. Let the bouquet boy know your relationship in one sentence. I wanted to be a repairman, but Vanessa already has a repairman at home. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10x2 current skill fragment critical strike, 560. Crit, super memory plus 10x2 current super memory, 60. Violence in violence, Olaf plus 10x2 current Olaf, 60. You startled us. Quote, turning around, he saw Mewbai was already standing beside him. The two of them backed up against the car door. I have already said what I should say, so you should give up pursuing Vanessa. Hateful. The bouquet man was very unwilling. This morning, I learned that a tragedy happened at the Wudong bar. I wanted to take this opportunity to confess my love to Vanessa. In the end, Mewbai gave him a blow to the head. You know how much I spent on Vanessa. Thank you for your contribution to Vanessa, but I can tell you clearly that once the money is sold, it will not be refunded. As soon as the words were finished, the flowers in the hands of the man with bouquets suddenly appeared in Mewbai's hands. Mewbai lowered his head and sniffed. I haven't sent flowers to girls for a long time, thank you for sending flowers. Give it back to me, those are the flowers I gave Vanessa. The man with the bouquet is a little excited. The friend on the side has been hugging him. Prevent bouquet men from hitting stones with eggs. After all, both of them are ordinary people. And even if Mewbai doesn't have super abilities, with his physique, both of them knew that they were not opponents. Don't bother you, I will give her the flowers for you, and I will also say that I bought them for her. What did you do to her? How could you enter her room in one night? The bouquet man indulges in the fantasy that he still has a chance. I thought Mewbai used some super ability to control Vanessa. Then let me tell you how I captured Vanessa's heart. Mewbai leaned closer. The two listened carefully. What I heard was a series of broken words from Mewbai. Put down the car keys and get the hell out of here, forget me and Vanessa. Put down the car keys and get the hell out of here, forget me and Vanessa. Put down the car keys and get the hell out of here, forget me and Vanessa. What are you saying? Don't think you're a mutant and we're afraid of you. My dad knows some awesome mutants too. Put down the car keys and get the hell out of here, forget me and Vanessa. Control success. The eyes of the two were blank for an instant. Very tacitly turned around and rolled back. Goodbye 2-second arms, thank you for the luxury car and flowers. Mewbai waved his hand jokingly. Then returned to Vanessa's house with flowers. Vanessa from at the moment just got dressed. 1080p becomes HD quality again. I got dressed so quickly, I thought I could continue the army. Mewbai, you don't feel tired, anyway, I have no energy. And there is an interview in the afternoon. Interview, you have a job after I leave for a while. I had contacted the owner of that bar a long time ago, but I didn't expect to leave so quickly last night. While talking, Vanessa sorted out the messy clothes in the closet. It's the bar again, I don't want you to be molested in the bar. Don't worry, I know the owner of the bar very well, and he is also a friend of my ex-boyfriend. Quote, won't the owner of the bar be called a weasel? Mewbai suddenly thought of something. Wade, friend, bar owner. 3 words together can quickly bring to mind the bar owner weasel in the Deadpool movie. And I want to be alone with Deadpool's landlady and mother-in-law, ready to have a good time. This kind of guy who eats all kinds of men, women and children, Mewbai is not at ease. It's not him, but it has something to do with Weasel. It was introduced to me by Weasel. It's also a high-end bar. Rich people go to high-end bars, and there won't be such vulgar guests. And the tips are not low. Vanessa packed her clothes and closed the closet door and walked to Mewbai. The two were very close. Vanessa looked up at Mewbai. The gentle eyes seemed to be begging Mewbai to agree. Well, I respect your choice. Mewbai put flowers on his chest. Is this flower sent by Jenny? Hello Lee. Can't the flowers smell like him? No, because that guy has been sending me this kind of flowers all the time. I can assure you that I will never see Jenny again. After speaking, he threw the flowers behind him. Where is the bar? I'll take Jenny's car to take you there. With me by your side, I guarantee that the interview will pass 100%. I can take you there, remember not to kill anyone. Oh my God, brother is actually a murderer in your eyes. So strong indeed. But this killer is not too cold. Not only the killing is top-notch, but other kung fu is also top-notch. Skill fragment critical strike plus 10x2 current skill fragment critical strike, 580. Crit, super memory plus 10x2 current super memory, 80. Violence in violence, Olaf plus 10x2 current Olaf, 80. The name of the bar is Zeus Bar. Vanessa just finished saying the name of the bar. A flash of light followed in Mewbai's brain. Zeus, the ancient Greek god of wives, who often descended to the earth to make women pregnant, and he took both men and women. The name of the bar seems to suggest something. Popularizing the unknown side of Zeus. Thunder power plus 10x2 current thunder power, 20. Crit, thunder power plus 10x2 current thunder power, 40. Violence in violence, thunder power plus 10x2 current thunder power, 60. Okay Mewbai, don't worry about me anymore, I'm sure I'll be fine, and I'll be the first to call you if there's any trouble. You don't seem to know my phone number yet. Mewbai immediately took out his mobile phone and wrote down Vanessa's mobile number. Fill the gaps in the phone address book. It's far away from where I live, it seems that I really need to rent another house. That means you're moving. Hey, thank you for your hard work. Vanessa put her head on Mewbai's chest. The height is just right to the position of the upper pectoralis. I can fit a billiard hall, not to mention the furniture. After speaking, follow Vanessa's needs. Everything that was going to be taken away was thrown into the arsenal of another dimension. The size of the wormhole in the arsenal will change according to the file size of the input item. Don't worry about the 313 questions stuck in the hole. See Mewbai's strange abilities. Vanessa didn't ask much. They walked out of the room with Mewbai's arms in their arms. When I came to the door, I happened to meet the resident on the opposite side. Yo, Vanessa found a boyfriend. The old man looked at Mewbai and smiled very satisfied. Yes, and we're moving out. Is it because of the man next door watching football at night? Holding on to his crutches, the old man took a step forward, as if he had something important to say. If it's because of the neighbor next door, you don't have to move out. I heard someone taught him a lesson last night. I can tell you unequivocally that the guy who's kicking the football guy is standing right in front of you. It's you. The old man stared at Meiman carefully with his eyes wide open. Great physique. You did a beautiful thing last night. The old man supported a cane with one hand. The other hand showed a thumb to Meiman. With a little effort, remember to vote for me next time in the X-Men favorite hero poll. Are you an X-Men? Not currently, but definitely in the future. Meiman blinked at the old man. Then he went down the stairs with Vanessa in his arms. The two came to the side of the road and got into the Lincoln car of the man with bouquets. Because Meiman has racer skills, he has no problem with cars. Just sit in the driver's seat and know all the operations on the car. Then slam on the gas pedal. The car roared pleasantly. Meiman let out a cry of excitement when he ejected from the spot. It also heralds the imminent arrival of racers on the road. Meiman stepped on the speed of 150 on the city streets. All the way racing and elegant. Vanessa, the co-pilot, swayed left and right following the car body like a pendulum clock. And the speed of the passing car scared the female passers-by next to them, screaming and terrified. Although the male passer-by did not experience it in the car. But my heart has already resonated with the roar of the car engine. In the era of soaring oil prices, not many people can slam on the gas pedal. Are you a racing driver? After the car stopped, the heart of Vanessa, who was sitting in the co-pilot, was pounding. She tied her hair up before getting in the car. The hair that fell out when the car was parked covered her entire face. I'm not a racing driver. I can tell you responsibly that this is my first time driving. Vanessa obviously doesn't believe you're driving for the first time. But it is indeed your first time driving. Almighty Driver plus 30x2 current Almighty Driver, 60. Almighty Driver plus 10x2 current Almighty Driver, 80. Violence in Violence. Almighty Driver plus 10x2 current Almighty Driver, 100. All-round pilot reaches 100. Activate all-round driving. You are proficient in driving skills of all vehicles, planes, ships, spaceships, etc. Are you okay? I saw Vanessa panting heavily. Meiman asked specifically. And Vanessa covered her heart for a while. Then he pulled down the vanity mirror on the car and took a look. You ran a dozen red lights on the road, Agaj. Don't worry, I don't have a driver's license anyway, and it's not my car. The man holding flowers was shot while lying down. The driver's license is not far from being revoked. Skill Fragment Critical Strike plus 10x2 current Skill Fragment Critical Strike, 600. The crit hit of the skill fragment reaches 600, activate the universal fragment, and when you get the extra skill fragment, there is a 100% chance to crit again. Get the extra skill fragment and the number of fragments you get will be x2. When the shard skill is upgraded to a level, there is a 10% chance to get extra universal skill shards, and a 5% chance to get extra god level universal skill shards. The universal skill shards can be converted into other skill shards at will. Crit. Super Memory plus 10x2 current Super Memory, 100. Super Memory reaches 100, activate Super Memory, you have a permanent memory that never forgets. Violence in Violence. Olaf plus 10x2 current Olaf, 100. Olaf reaches 100, activates Immune Control, you will ignore any control, and the body is not controlled by anyone except yourself. Activate 3 skills at once. The super memory made Meiman's mind instantly clearer. It even reminded him of the past. System, I feel that the super memory skill should be reserved for yourself. After all, you reset the skill fragments for me. Is there? Why can't I remember? Refreshing previous data. There is indeed a mysterious force that caused the database to collapse, causing the speed attribute to be reset. Get compensation package. Everything is ashes. Legendary skin of 2 swords. Flowing blade like fire. After using the legendary skin, your dual knives have fire attributes, and can release fire attribute attacks. The maximum temperature released can reach 15 million K, and you can turn it on and off at will. With such a high temperature, once it is released, the earth will also evaporate. The sudden appearance of the legendary skin surprised Meiman. Just found a bug. It even directly gave a bug-level weapon skin. The highest temperature for maximum release is 15 million K. Currently you can only release 1000 degrees. Each time you use Flowing Blade Ruahuo, you will get a heat value. The more heat points you get, the higher the upper limit of the released temperature will be. 1000 degrees is enough to burn people to ashes. What are you talking to yourself about? Vanessa patted Mu Bai lightly. This brought Mu Bai back to his senses. I saw a well-mannered man in a suit standing outside the car window. Roll down the window. The man in the suit immediately put his head close to the car window. Hi sir, go straight ahead in the underground parking space. Your car has been blocking traffic behind you for 5 minutes. Mu Bai ignored the man in the suit and turned to look at Vanessa. Where do we get off? Go to the parking lot, there are already people waiting for us. That's fine. After speaking, he kicked the accelerator and the car ejected and rushed out. However, Mu Bai's driving skills caused dissatisfaction among several cars behind him. The 3 cars following behind also increased their accelerator pedals and followed. Diddy, give me a stop. Suddenly there was a continuous sound of constantly honking and cursing from behind the car. There are 2 Chevrolet Mabaurui and a Cadillac CT5 following Mu Bai's car. I wanted to stop Mu Bai's car by speeding. But if you don't have good driving skills, you can only follow behind. Hear the uninterrupted horn sound behind. Vanessa glanced back at the Cadillac CT5 behind the car. I soon realized that the 3 cars behind me were obviously trying to find fault. The people behind seem to be racing with you. Unless F1 world champion Lewis Hamilton is following behind in a Formula car, no one will think of my car. Only an old driver can say such arrogant words. If you change to a Bugatti Veyron super sports car, the group of people behind will not be able to see your taillights long ago. Golden Egg plus 10x2 current Golden Egg, 20. Crit. Golden Egg cooling plus 10x2 current Golden Egg cooling, 20. Violence in violence. Duplication plus 10x2 current duplication, 120. Sit still, I see that there is just a suitable place for parking in front of you. Before Vanessa could react, Mu Bai slammed the steering wheel. The car flicked quickly with the sound of tires rubbing against the ground. A 360-degree rotation elegant storage parking. And it stopped very squarely. Even the distance between the parking spaces on both sides is exactly the same. Mu Bai's sudden turn is elegant. Let the man who followed closely behind him suddenly see the wall that is close at hand. It was too late to brake and hit the wall directly. The 2 cars behind me slammed on the brakes. But it was too late. 3 cars collided together. The first car and the second car directly became car cakes. The front of the third car was fully dented. Only the rear is complete. Such a tragic car accident scene. I am afraid the owner is long gone. And Mu Bai just found a box of cigars in the car. The knife lit the fire and lit the cigarette. He got out of the car with a cigar in his mouth. Deliberately stood there looking at the scene of the car accident, blowing smoke rings. There are tens of thousands of roads, and safety is the first. The driving is not standardized, and the relatives are crying. Don't overtake if you don't have good driving skills, I hope you can remember it in your next life. A mockery from the strength of the old driver. At the same time, he also shouted the magic slogan in the wandering earth. Golden Egg plus 10x2 current Golden Egg, 40. Crit. Golden Egg cooling plus 10x2 current Golden Egg cooling, 40. Violence in violence. Duplication plus 10x2 current duplication, 140. Mu Bai took a few symbolic sips. Then he threw the smoking cigar towards the scene of the car accident. It can be regarded as lighting a stick of incense for a few people. I've never tried it at the scene of a car accident, why don't I experience it? Mu Bai turned to look at Vanessa. Vanessa frowned. Unexpectedly, Mu Bai has special hobbies. Based on your time, it is estimated that I will miss this interview. Just then Vanessa's cell phone rang. The caller shows Zeus Bar. No need to pick it up, tell him we'll be right there. After speaking, he helped Vanessa click the hang up button. He picked her up and came behind the caller in the blink of an eye. TMD, the idiot dares to hang up on my phone. When we first arrived, we heard unfriendly voices. In response, Mu Bai stepped forward and kicked the man 3 meters away. He stays on purpose. It's just a lesson for men. Otherwise he could have kicked the man to death. Don't swear at people behind your back, maybe the person you swear at may be standing behind you. The man who was kicked away had no idea what was going on. At the moment, I could only roll on the ground with my hands on my waist. At this time, another man with a patterned face came out from the elevator entrance. He didn't care about the man on the ground but looked at Vanessa. "Are you Vanessa?" "That's right. Come with me," the patterned man said coldly. Then the two followed the patterned man on the elevator to the first floor. Once the elevator door opens, you can enter Zeus Bar. Go through the security check first. The patterned man brought the two of them to the security checkpoint. Standing on both sides was a sturdy man with a strong physique. Vanessa was the first to enter the security gate. The security gate didn't respond. Meiman is second. But before stepping in, he was stopped by the security guards on the side. "Wait, you can't go in. I'm Vanessa's boyfriend. You can't even be her father." "I can't even be her father, so if I am her father, I can enter." The man blows his beard and stares. No one dares to act wild in the Zeus Bar, and is rude to the security guards. Golden egg plus 10x2 current golden egg, 60. Crit. Golden egg cooling plus 10x2 current golden egg cooling, 60. Violence in violence. Duplication plus 10x2 current duplication, 160. 0. Seeking flowers. Are you here to seek death? The security guard puffed up his chest and took a step forward. "Wait, let him in. See, this is called a colleague." Although the tattoo on his face makes him look difficult to get along with, at least the way he treats people will not be beaten. Meiman also stared at the security guard and said. The two seemed to be competing to see who could widen their eyes. After security check, the patterned man took the two of them to the dance floor hall of Zeus Bar. Although it's not business hours, the lighting atmosphere can't be presented. But you can still see the style and luxury of the dance floor hall. The decoration and scenery all contain the taste of ancient Greek mythology. Sculptures and idols can be seen everywhere. The floor, ceiling, and walls are painted with the 12 Olympic gods. And it is also an artistic photo of the 12 gods. Vanessa needs to go in alone for an interview, and you need to wait here for a while. It's okay to wait, but at least let me have something to drink. There is a wine cabinet over there, you can drink whatever you want. The patterned man pointed to the glass wine cabinet full of wine not far away. Go Vanessa, just call me if you have something to do, I can hear you no matter where you are. Meiman patted her butt and walked straight to the wine cabinet. Vanessa was taken to another place by the patterned man. About 10 minutes passed. The patterned man came out with Vanessa. Came to the hall but did not see Meiman's figure. Where's your boyfriend, Meiman? Vanessa yelled. Immediately, there was the sound of a wine bottle falling to the ground from the wine cabinet. I'm here, we'll leave when I finish this bottle. I heard voices from the liquor cabinet. The two rushed over. When approaching, the face of the patterned man froze. You drank all the wine in the wine cabinet? That's right, didn't you say you can drink whatever you want? So I really can drink whatever you want. If you guys come out later and order some wine from other wine cabinets, I can also finish it. Your words made the patterned man lament your drinking capacity. He just let you have a casual drink or two, but you drank all the 60 bottles in the wine cabinet within 10 minutes. Golden egg plus 20x2 current golden egg, 100. Golden eggs reach 100, activate 1 egg for 3 days, get a golden egg every 3 days. Crit. Golden egg cooling plus 10x2 current golden egg cooling, 80. Violence in violence. Duplication plus 10x2 current duplication, 180 knife. Do you know how much a bottle of wine costs in the liquor cabinet? I don't know, and the price is not written on it. That bottle alone is $10,000, and most are more expensive than that. According to the price of a bottle of $10,000, I drank nearly $1 million of wine in 10 minutes. That's right, and it's more than $1 million. The patterned man's expression became very serious. Oh my God. Meiman looked at Vanessa in surprise. You should come out later, at least let me drink enough of the $10 million of wine for free, because the $1 million of wine is too late. Vanessa raised her eyebrows when she heard that. She knew Meiman wouldn't be intimidated by $1 million in wine. But honestly, $1 million in booze didn't get me drunk. Are you selling fake bars? After drinking $1 million of wine, he complained that it was fake wine as if nothing had happened. The patterned man has heard that you don't intend to pay for the wine. 713. Golden egg plus 10x2 current golden egg, 120. Crit. Golden egg cooling plus 10x2 current golden egg cooling, 100. Golden egg cooling reaches 100, activate to speed up hatching. The hatching time of golden eggs is faster, and it can be opened in 2 days. Violence in violence. Duplication plus 10x2 current duplication, 200. Duplication reaches 100, activates the second stage of duplication, a duplication that is completely similar to yourself and 100% obeys orders. Each duplication will randomly imitate 3 abilities on your body, and a maximum of 3 duplications will be divided. No matter how much you drink, but you have drunk more than 1 million worth of wine, and you need to pay the bill. You let me drink whatever I want, and you have to pay the bill. You can't leave without paying the bill. The patterned man said coldly. The security guard standing at the security checkpoint heard something unusual. Also striding closer. Okay, I really lost to you. I didn't expect you to be a bartender. What do you want to pay with? 200 is obviously not enough, so I need 400. After all, I drank more than 1 million of your wine, and the extra 200 is my compensation. 400. What 4 million? You think too much, it's 400 miles. After speaking, Meiman and Vanessa disappeared in front of them instantly. When Meiman stopped, the two were already sitting in the car. Only the man with the pattern was left standing there with a dazed expression on his face. Follow me. The patterned man let out a roar. Chased down the underground parking lot with 2 security guards. At this moment, Meiman's car whizzed past them. The patterned man also saw Meiman laughing at him. Give me a drive to chase. 2 security guards rushed to the car. The 2 cars slammed on the accelerator and chased towards the exit. I thought Meiman had run some distance. When I chased to the exit of the parking lot, I found a car parked there. Look at the license plate and badge. The patterned man immediately recognized that it was Meiman's car. How dare you wait for me, let me catch up and kill them. See, the car behind is getting closer. Meiman put on his sunglasses without haste. Slam on the accelerator and the car rushes out with the recoil. Not to be outdone, the 2 cars behind stepped on the accelerator one after another. The patterned man sitting in the co-pilot leaned out of the sunroof. He raised his submachine gun and shot Meiman at the rear of his car. Using a weapon, Meiman was so excited that his pants were gone. Vanessa, get down quickly, don't let the bullets hit you. In order to prevent Vanessa from being shot, Meiman held her head down, pressed on the appropriate position of the driver's seat. Then he slammed the steering wheel to deflect the corner again. The horsepower of the 2 rear cars is not weak either. A straight line may not see a difference in speed. But after turning the corner, Lima drove a long distance. Trash, drive faster, you can't even catch up with 2 Lincolns. I can keep up, as long as I keep a straight line, I can catch up, but that kid's driving skills are very good, and the speed on the curve is too fast. Go away and let me drive. The patterned man kicked the driver out of the car. Take over the driver's seat and slam on the gas pedal. I still can't believe the BMW M3 can't catch up to your Lincoln. Sudden acceleration, straight line distance decreases at a speed visible to the naked eye. City fast street with few detours. The 2 cars kept going in a straight line. But the 2 overtook and stopped like running water. And the soaring speed and the roar of the engine. Keep other vehicles on both sides of the road out of the way. They complained one after another that they didn't want to die. Actually stage the real speed and passion on the road. If you don't look carefully, you can still make a movie. Or 2 desperados being targeted by the police. Otherwise, no one would think of express streets as unlimited speed highways. Soon the patterned man's BMW M3 caught up. The 2 cars kept going. But when looking at the scene inside Meiman's car, the patterned man was instantly dumbfounded. I couldn't tell whether it was jealousy or surprise in my eyes. TMD, I still have time to do other things while driving. Draw a pistol and shoot at Meiman. Meiman quickly lowered his head and slammed the steering wheel into the patterned man. The collision directly caused the man with patterned car to crash into the barrier and rush to another lane. because the speed of the car was too fast and I couldn't control it. As soon as he rushed out, a series of car accidents occurred. Get the patterned man. See, there is a BMW M3 closely followed. The driver also leaned out of the car window to shoot from time to time. It blew the rear tire of Mubai's car in a few hits. Sudden tire blowout when driving too fast. The car lost control instantly. But Mubai has excellent driving skills. Control the steering wheel without rushing. Cooperate with the foot brake. The car kept spinning wildly on the road. Sparks and lightning all the way. Tire tracks were drawn round and round on the road. It reminds me of the maelstrom of the Big Mac in Brothers 4WD. At the moment is one song away from spinning and jumping with eyes closed. Golden egg plus 10x2 current golden egg, 140. Crit. Duplication plus 10x2 current duplication, 220. Violence in violence. Wall penetration plus 10x2 current duplication, 120. See the sharp spin of the car ahead. The cars behind all chose to brake suddenly. A large area of traffic jams appeared on the originally smooth expressway. I don't know how many times it turned. Mubai's car finally stopped. The car behind immediately followed. Stop at a suitable location and get off. Holding a gun, he approached Mubai's car. But when he looked at the driver's seat, didn't see Mubai's figure. He quickly ran to the front of the car and looked inside. But there was no one in the car. Then came the roar of a car behind him. A BMW M3 rushed over. Without waiting for a response, the person was knocked and flew out. And it was Mubai who was driving. Zeus bar is really good. First, I drank more than 1 million drinks, and then I replaced my old car with a new one. I am afraid that there will never be a bar in the United States that takes care of new employees like Zeus bar. Two cow-patterned men don't work hard if they don't have the strength. Now it's a ride to drink, life and car, the gain outweighs the loss. Golden egg plus 10x2 current golden egg, 160. Crit. Duplication plus 10x2 current duplication is 240. Violence in violence. Wall penetration plus 10x2 current duplication, 140. Chapter 91. It looks like I've lost another job. In the car, Vanessa wiped her mouth with a tissue and said, "Don't be discouraged. There is more than one bar in Ghana. With your beauty, you won't have to worry about finding a job you like. Forget it. Maybe I'm really not suitable for working in a bar. Why don't we find a place to rest first? You can also continue to find the little boy." Vanessa squeezed her sore neck with her hands. Keeping one posture in a fast-moving car will inevitably cause back pain. Okay, after I put you down, I'll go to the hand to settle the score. Ghanaian gangs, the territory of the hand, can't find it. Do you have a way to find it? Don't worry, I have my own way to find the hand's lair. Mubai drove Vanessa to a high-end hotel, then left alone to find the hand. Instead of driving, he stood on the side of the road and chose to call a car. At the moment there was a yellow taxi passing by. But unfortunately, there is a full sign behind the front windshield of the car. What I hate the most is when I take a taxi and find it's full, when I go to the bathroom, it's full, and when I buy these 6 things, it's sold out. Talking about the suffering of the masses. Golden egg plus 10x2 current golden egg, 180. Crit. Duplication plus 10x2 current duplication is 260. Violence in violence. Wall penetration plus 10x2 current duplication, 160. Are you going to a party with your boyfriend? The originally quiet car. Because of the driver's words, the woman sitting in the back seat put down her phone. Yeah, we're going to my friend's pool party. Mentioning the party, woman immediately laughed. Pool party. The driver was puzzled for a while, and then joked, I thought you were going to a Halloween-themed party. After all, your boyfriend doesn't seem to be wearing a swimsuit. The woman followed the driver's words and looked at Mubai, who was sitting aside. At the moment Mubai is wearing a Deadpool suit. Tight-fitting full suits are totally out of place for a pool party. Jerry, why are you wearing this kind of clothes? We're going to my friend's pool party, and if you dress like this, they'll think I've found another stupid boyfriend. You're wrong, but if you can take me to a pool party, bro, your friends will be dumbfounded. Yes, they will be stunned indeed, and they will definitely doubt my vision again. The woman looked helpless. I wanted to take my bully boyfriend to a friend's party to show off. As a result, the clothes on her body disappointed her greatly. She could already guess what her friends would say about her new boyfriend's taste. No, because my brother knows magic, and girls like it the most. After speaking, stretch out your palm. A handful of katana appeared in the hand. This scene really scared the two people in the car. The driver almost drove the car into a tree on the side of the road. My God, what happened just now? The woman rubbed her eyes vigorously, looking at the knife in Mubai's hand in disbelief. I told you that I can do magic, and take me to the nearest island kendo hall or island karate hall. Where are you going and what are you doing? Don't meddle in other people's business, just watch my magic in peace now. Tell me how you got there just now. Sorry, let me interrupt. I've seen this magic before. It should be a magic prop, not a real weapon. Look at the woman's surprised expression. The driver was very calm. Magic props, have you ever seen a magic prop that can cut through a car? But I still have to rush to find the hand now, so I won't do the experiment. You're very fascinated. A woman remembers that her boyfriend is just a well-behaved schoolmaster. How could he possibly get involved with the hand club? The driver heard that the hand will almost hit the car into a tree again. Golden egg plus 10x2 current golden egg, 200. Golden eggs reach 200, activate one egg every 2 days, and get a golden egg every 2 days. Crit, duplication plus 10x2 current duplication is 280. Violence in violence, wall penetration plus 10x2 current duplication, 180. Universal skill fragment plus 5x2 current universal skill fragment, 10. You're from the hand. The driver trembled slightly. The woman on the side hurriedly leaned against the car door. Hold the door handle directly with your hand and prepare to jump out of the car at any time. I'm not from the hand, I'm going this time to destroy them. Destroy the hand, the two said at the same time. Jerry, who are you? Could it be the gangster prince lurking in our school? Have you read too many underworld novels? You really think I'm Lu Wendong? How is the bad guy made? Reference to classics. Overlord color domineering plus 10x2 current overlord color domineering, 40. Crit, overlord color domineering plus 10x2 current overlord color domineering, 60. Violence in violence, overlord color domineering plus 10x2 current overlord color domineering, 80. Then who are you? Were you joking with us just now? Brother, the last thing he knows is that he is joking. The other palm stretched out and another knife appeared in the hand. Then is my relationship true? The woman asked tremblingly. At the moment looked a little scared. I have no relationship with you, because I am not your boyfriend, and I replaced your boyfriend with a substitute technique. At the moment Jerry is standing in front of the hotel with a dazed face. Who am I? Where am I now? Just now, he was clearly in the car. Why did he appear at the entrance of the hotel? Silver egg plus 10x2 current silver egg, 20. Crit. Duplication plus 10x2 current duplication is 300. Duplication reaches 100, activates the 3 stages of duplication, a duplication that is completely similar to yourself and 100% obeys orders. Each duplication will randomly imitate 3 abilities on your body, and a maximum of 10 duplications will be divided. Violence in violence, wall penetration plus 10x2 current duplication, 200. Wall penetration reaches 200, activate multiple people through the wall, you can bring people or objects through the wall together. Universal skill fragments plus 5x2 current universal skill fragments, 20 can be used as any skill fragments. It can't be used for god level skills, so it can be used directly for the domineering color, which is just short of 20. Whether to convert 20 universal skills into 20 overlord color domineering fragments. Yes. Successfully converted to get plus 20 domineering fragments of domineering color. Overlord color domineering reaches 100, activates the overlord color domineering level 1. When released, it will release powerful coercion centered on the releaser himself to the surroundings. If it is an ordinary person, it will immediately fall to the ground and faint, and if the will is strong, it will be completely weak and kneel if they fall to the ground. Those with super ability will be subjected to different degrees of mental pressure. The rain continued, and the atmosphere in the car was not harmonious. The originally clear sky suddenly began to rain heavily. Mu Bai took off his hood. The two of them opened their mouths wide in fright. The driver slammed the steering wheel again to prevent the car from crashing into the trees on the side of the road. I said, can you drive well? Don't worry about what happens in the back of the car. Remind the driver to drive well. Otherwise it is very likely to receive bad reviews. Silver Egg plus 10x2 current Silver Egg, 40. Crit. Extreme Double Swords plus 10x2 currently Extreme Double Swords, 80. Violence in Violence. Supervision plus 10x2 current Supervision, 20. Yeah, I'm talking to my boyfriend, don't you keep watching. The woman followed closely. I seem to have taken off the hood. Mu Bai touched his face with both hands to make sure that he had taken off the hood. It's true that you're not Jerry, but you're more handsome and have a more interesting personality than Jerry, so I decided to dump him. The woman looks like a nympho. The face is full of joy. I have already imagined my best friend's expression after seeing Mu Bai in my mind. If you let them know that your boyfriend is not only handsome, but also able to destroy the hand, I will definitely walk sideways among my girlfriends in the future. I also saw that you are not my girlfriend Vanessa, so you should give up your nympho. Poured a basin of cold water. Dispel the woman's wishful thinking. Silver Egg plus 10x2 current Silver Egg, 60. Crit. Pull Double Swords plus 10x2 current Pull Double Swords, 100. Extreme Double Swords flow reaches 100. Activate the Extreme Speed Double Swords. Your speed of wielding double swords will increase by 5 times, and your knife skills will become more exquisite. Open Weapon Shop. Violence in Violence. Supervision plus 10x2 current Supervision, 40. What a pity, you already have a girlfriend. Yes, Yi Ji's handsome appearance coupled with his unprecedented driving skills, there is no woman who cannot be fascinated by me. Your narcissism makes women more fascinated. The driver also recalled himself back then. If he hadn't had too many girlfriends when he was young, he wouldn't have fallen to the point where he became a taxi driver in middle age. Silver Egg plus 10x2 current Silver Egg, 80. Crit. Mind Control plus 10x2 current Mind Control, 130. Violence in Violence. Supervision plus 10x2 current Supervision, 60. The one who doesn't mind multiple girlfriends backquote. I'll finish solving the handicap in a while, you can go and ask my girlfriend personally if she doesn't mind. Forget it. The woman waved her hand. Just then the taxi stopped. Hi, you're here, who will pay the fare? Don't look at me, heroes never carry wallets when they go out, because they are easy to lose when fighting crime. Explains why heroes don't bring wallets when they go out. Silver Egg plus 10x2 current Silver Egg, 100. Silver Eggs reach 100, activate a Silver Egg for 3 days, get a Silver Egg every 3 days. Crit. Mind Control plus 10x2 current Mind Control, 150. Violence in Violence. Supervision plus 10x2 current Supervision, 80. I didn't bring any money, because Jerry was supposed to pay. Then I suggest you call Jerry immediately and tell him that you haven't broken up yet. After speaking, Mu Bai got out of the car without looking back. The first thing I saw was the karate dojo not far away. The gangsters who want to find the island country had better start with the island country's business. Although it was raining heavily outside, Mu Bai still walked slowly towards the karate gym. Because his undead battle suit has a rain protection function, raindrops evaporate directly on top. The strongest karate gym. This name is even more inexplicable than the shooting of the former Japanese Prime Minister Asan. He stood at the door of the karate gym and looked at the signboard above his head. I wonder if the people inside often listen to Liang Jingru's songs. Otherwise, how could he have the courage to hang the signboard of the strongest karate? Without saying a word, he kicked the signboard down with a flying kick. At this moment, a thunderbolt flashed across the sky. No one in the gymnasium heard the sound of the signboard being kicked into pieces. Kick and break the signboard. Mu Bai swaggered in. There are only 2 people in karate uniforms standing inside the at the moment gym. Did not see any students studying. When someone comes in, one of the karate coaches immediately ended the training and greeted him enthusiastically. Even though Mu Bai is dressed a bit strangely, but in order to make money for enrollment, I don't care too much. Hello, are you interested in karate? I'm not interested in island country karate, but in your island country's hero who single-handedly kills Ah-san with a shotgun. Follow the heat. Ninja crit plus 20x2 current ninja crit, 40. Crit. Ninja crit plus 20x2 current ninja crit, 80. Violence in violence. Ninja crit plus 10x2 current ninja crit, 100. Ninja crit reaches 100. Activate anti-Japanese crit. When attacking a ninja, it will trigger 100% crit. Shotguns. We only teach karate here, we don't sell arms. In other words, I think the signboard at your door is not pleasing to the eye, so what is the progress? As soon as he finished speaking, the eyes of the man standing in front of him changed instantly. Your words are equivalent to kicking the library in the afternoon. Win or lose in kicking the gym determines the dignity of a martial arts gym. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 20. Crit. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 40. Violence in violence. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 60. We named it that way on purpose. The purpose is to kick people out and beat them. The taekwondo coach who spoke suddenly became confident. Obviously don't pay attention to the strangely dressed Mu Bai. Little life is pretty good, don't you know how to use it to gain confidence? If I am willing to kill you casually, but now I will teach you with my fist. Second kill is not enough to face. According to the rule, to defeat them will definitely trample on the dignity of the karate gym. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 80. Crit. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 100. Fist reaches 100. Activate the boxing elite. You have learned all the boxing in the world. Violence in violence. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 120. Okay, happy. The man turned around with a smile and shouted, Nizawa, come here. Nizawa, who was still ha ha ha, rushed over after hearing the sound. When seeing Mu Bai, he bowed warmly to say hello. What happened to Matsuyama? Is our new member here? Nice to meet you. My name is Nizawa and I am the coach of the gym. Nizawa stretched out his hand enthusiastically. But Mu Bai put his hands on his chest and didn't intend to cater to him. This made Nizawa's face pull down instantly. He's not a new member, he's here to play. Oh, there are still people who dare to come to kick the hall. Yi Sheng looked at Qian Nujiao with disdain and looked at Mu Yu. You don't need us to go out, any student can defeat you, a weirdly dressed guy. Students. Mu Bai deliberately looked left and right as if looking for the students they were talking about, and said, just by looking at the signboard, I know you must be members of the bragging church, and you want people to spend money to learn karate. How do you talk? Don't get excited, Nizawa, he will feel better later. Also to tell you, we have nearly 300 students, and we closed our business because of the rain today, so you didn't see anyone. If there is no one, there will be no one. Don't make excuses for the desolation of the gymnasium. One sentence angered the two again. They are murderous. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 140. Crit. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 160. Punching skills reach 100. Activate boxing proficiency. You are proficient in all boxing skills. Violence in violence. Fist plus 20x2 current fist, 200. Punching skills reach 100. Activate boxing mastery. You are proficient in all boxing techniques in the world, and each boxing technique is more than capable. You better keep your mouth clean. Stop talking nonsense, let the strongest person here come out, and I will beat him to the ground. No one else is needed, it's enough for me to deal with you. Matsuyama clenched his fists tightly, showing a fierce look on his face. At this moment, he can't wait to give Mu Bai a punch immediately. But there are rules for kicking the pavilion. He decided to play by the rules first. Nizawa, you are in charge of videotaping and I will teach him a lesson. After speaking, Matsuyama untied the purple belt and took off the Taoist uniform, revealing a fit figure. I agreed to make a movie, and now I'm taking off my clothes. Don't play tricks on me, if you come to the ring with me, I will make you shut up forever. The wild dog is your photographer. I will take the camera away after kicking the gym, because I will post your failures on all social media platforms and the title will be Karate. Your pre-match taunt crushed the two opponents. The two wish they could play together and teach you a lesson. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 220. Crit. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 240. Punching skills reach 100. Activate boxing proficiency. You are proficient in all boxing skills. Violence in Violank. Fist plus 10x2 current fist. 260. Boy, it's impossible for take the video. To tell you the truth, in fact, we rely on the video of defeating the kickers to increase our popularity, and the kickers will become the stepping stones to our success. On the ring, Matsuyama said suddenly. He wanted Mubai to die clearly. Maybe the people who come to the gym are a group of drunks. Let you see the boxing skills of Long Guo. Haha, Long Kingdom is not worth mentioning. Those who don't know about the showy things think they are dancing. Matsuyama covered his belly and laughed out loud. Long Guo boxing is not a show. Anyway, our gymnasium has the record of defeating more than 20 people from the Dragon Kingdom, and they all posted it on our social media. In addition, one of them is the boxing champion of your Dragon Kingdom. I thought it would be a little challenging and the result was weaker. Get a batch. The weaker group of boxing champions. Then his boxing championship may be bought with money. Matsuyama has already recorded it. Nozawa under the stage made an okay gesture. On stage, Matsuyama moved his joints. But Mubai took his time and played the trick of white crane spreading its wings. Just now I said that Long Guo's boxing techniques are fancy, but they can only be seen but not actually fought. Then Mubai has to use bells and whistles to defeat the strongest karate. Haha, here comes another juggling joker. One punch is enough for you and me. Matsuyama is completely a GBH indifferent to Mubai's moves. Even thought it was funny. This kind of move in actual combat is obviously funny. That's right, one move is enough to deal with you, and I only compete with you in boxing and won't bless you with any abilities. Mubai didn't take Songshan seriously either. Even cancel all supernatural blessings. If Matsuyama kills him, our karate gym will increase many students and fans of TikTok. On stage, Matsuyama finished exercising his body. Shout out. He rushed forward and punched Mubai. Mubai stood there motionless. Until Matsuyama approached. He raised his hand and slapped it away. Nozawa in the audience thought that Matsuyama would win easily. But it turned out that Songshan was slapped away by Mubai as soon as he came up. The whole person stared blankly under the stage. Songshan, who was blown away, did not expect that he would be so embarrassing. With the idea of saving his dignity, he shouted again and rushed towards Mubai. The next punch hit Mubai directly on the jaw. But he was also slapped by Mubai again and flew several meters away. At the moment's face was as red as a monkey's butt after being slapped. How dare you call him the strongest karate with this ability? I haven't taken it seriously yet. Mubai used the most lazy look and tone. This undoubtedly makes Matsuyama weaker. Baga, I'm going to kill you. Matsuyama was enraged. Charge up again. And this time waiting for him is a series of slaps from Mubai. The fan made Matsuyama's head turn back and forth like a wave board. With the last kick, Songshan was kicked off the ring and fainted to the ground. Matsuyama, Nozawa yelled and chased after him. When he came to the side, he saw that Matsuyama's face was swollen like a pig's head. What do you viewers think of my face slapping palm technique? Mubai ignored them. Go to the stage and pick up the recording camera left by Nozawa. The camera zoomed in a little so that we could have a closer look at Songshan's face. I beat him so hard that even his own mother couldn't recognize him. Taunt value is full. Once the video is released, many people will worship the palm slapping technique. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 280. Crit. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 300. Fisting skills reach 300. Activate the boxing master, and all your boxing skills will rise to a level and become more exquisite. Violence in Violence. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 320. Hateful. Nozawa also rushed towards Mubai with a roar. He was also greeted with a series of slaps. Every slap can slap Nozawa into a trance. When he was slapped, Nozawa's brain no longer had the ability to think. There is no way to fight back. It wasn't until the slap was over that he slowly regained a little consciousness. But in the end, Mubai kicked him to Songshan's side. The two lay side by side. Everyone, look at the two pig heads, and both of them are purple belts. If I have a black belt, I will beat him even worse. Mubai is recording here. Another group of karate coaches walked out of the gym. When he saw Nozawa and Matsuyama lying on the ground. And there's this weird guy in a red uniform filming them. They all became vigilant and yelled at Mubai. What are you doing? I was taking a close-up of Zutu's defeat. Is there no one who can fight better than the strongest karate? I can't even hold my slap. Baga, are you here looking for trouble? That's right, I'm here to play. Please come with a stronger opponent. My fans and I can't wait. When Mubai spoke, he did not forget to say something to the camera. Here the current come to play hall. A black belt coach with a beard in the crowd came to the front. I'll let you die here. Senior Kimura, he is not worth your shot, or let me do it. Senior Kimura, he gave it to me, and I will definitely let him not get out of the gym. Senior Kimura, wait, stop talking, I'm going to hit 10 together. Mubai clenched his fists to provoke the people on the opposite side. Ip Man classic reappearance. The ridicule is successful, 10 people are going to go together. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 340. Crit, fist plus 10x2 current fist, 360. Violence in violence, fist plus 20x2 current fist, 400. Fist reaches 400, activate the master of boxing, any of your boxing is above all human beings, invincible among human beings. The kid who doesn't know the heights of the sky and the depths of the earth, court death. 5 black belts, 5 tea ceremony. Shouting angrily, he rushed towards Mubai. But Mubai didn't care and was still talking to the camera in his hand. Everyone is optimistic that the name of the next move is Jongwizi 18 palms. Clap clap, Mubai shuttled among the 10 people holding the camera. Slaps walked on everyone's face. Everyone gets 18 slaps on the face every second. Clap clap, the chain of constantly applause resounded throughout the gym. It was still raining heavily outside. At the moment, a taxi stopped at the entrance of the strongest karate gym. A man and a woman got out of the car and 2 black men. After paying the fare, the 2 walked towards the gym under an umbrella. When I walked to the door, I found a strange phenomenon. The most conspicuous signboard of the karate gym is gone. Debris was scattered on the ground at the door. The woman immediately picked up the photos on her phone and compared them. Is it here? We should follow the navigation, there will be no mistakes. The black man took the mobile phone to navigate and compared it. Why is there no signboard? Maybe it's being decorated, let's go in and have a look. The black guy led his girlfriend forward. But then his girlfriend noticed the debris on the ground. One of the relatively complete fragments has karate written on it. She stepped forward and compared the photos on her phone. Exactly the same. Look at the fragments on the ground, it may be the signboard of the gymnasium. It was raining heavily outside. The 2 were still standing in the rain with umbrellas. Because something on the ground has caught their attention. The black man also noticed the piece of karate written on it. Then he turned over other debris on the ground. This is indeed the signboard of the karate gym. Why did it fall to the ground and shatter, and no one cares about it? The black man holds a fragment in his hand. The 2 looked at each other. Because I have seen the video of the strongest karate gym on TikTok before. In the video, everyone who came to kick the gym was beaten up one by one. I feel very powerful, so braved the rain to sign up for karate lessons. But the broken signboard at the door made them a little confused. If the signboard is broken, someone should kick it out. I've seen the video of kicking out the pavilion before. After the kickout is successful, the loser's signboard will be smashed. Impossible. I heard that karate is very strong, it is very difficult to meet opponents. Let's go in and take a look first. The 2 walked towards the gymnasium with doubts. The closer you get, the more you can hear the crackling sound coming from the gymnasium. Ah, snapped. Every audience has seen that 10 pig heads have appeared in the strongest karate gym, and now there are 2 remaining pig heads that have not changed. Please wait patiently for a while. Crack. What happened? Just when Mubai slapped a black belt coach. 2 students who were about to sign up for karate walked in. As soon as I entered the door, I saw Mubai drawing a black belt coach. The 2 have seen the appearance of this mafia coach. On TikTok, he once defeated a boxing champion from Dragon Kingdom. And also fought a lot of boxing matches. The record is 30 wins, 0 losses and 0 draws. But now he was pressed to the ground and slapped. The two didn't react for a long time. Hey, how are you guys? Seeing someone coming, Mewbai immediately got up and said hello. The two didn't answer but just stood there blankly. Are you here to sign up? Mewbai put down the black belt instructor in his hand and walked towards the two. The two are wary of Mewbai. After all, there are many gymnasium people lying beside him. Obviously he's the kicker. I just didn't expect it to be so powerful. So strong that there are 12 karate pig heads lying beside him. Well, the black man hesitated for a long time and didn't know what to say. The girlfriend next to me quickly gave a reply. We are not the ones who came to sign up, because it was raining too much outside, so we came in to take shelter from the rain. Ah, that's right, you can also see that the rain outside is too heavy. The black man followed his girlfriend's words and continued. You don't need to pretend, I can hear your heart. Knowing that you can hear your heart, the two panicked even more. I am afraid that I will become a pig head like everyone else. Fist plus 10x2 current fist, 420. Crit, fist plus 10x2 current fist, 440. Violence in violence. Fist won the crit lottery, directly reaching 500. Fisting skills reach 500. Activate the master of boxing skills. You understand the profoundness of boxing skills. Reach the point where you can see and break down moves. Create your own boxing skills, and you can directly give others 1 to 5 years of boxing skills. Forgive me, we read online that it was very good, so we signed up. The black man was taken aback by Mewbai's words. Immediately knelt on the ground and begged for mercy. But the black man's desire to survive frightened the black girl next to him. But Mewbai politely helped him up without moving his hands. Don't be afraid, brother is not a violent maniac, brother will only teach those arrogant people a lesson. Then we can go. It's all here, sign up and leave. Ah, I still signed up, but their signboards are gone, so we won't sign up. The black man quickly waved his hand. I'm afraid that if I sign up, I will be beaten. I'm not asking you to sign up for karate. Go to Chinatown and find a Jeet Kune Do master to sign up, I guarantee you will gain something. Did you perform Jeet Kune Do just now? Yes, that's right, and I also integrated other boxing techniques, such as Taijiquan, Huojiaquan, Dog Palm technique, etc. As long as you have learned these boxing techniques, I guarantee that you can also come to kick the hall. The man deeply remembered the boxing technique mentioned just now. If I can be as good as you, I won't have to worry about being bullied anymore. Silver egg plus 10x2 current silver egg, 120. Crit. Mind control plus 10x2 current mind control, 170. Violence in violence. Supervision plus 10x2 current supervision, 100. Supervision reaches 100, activate 1000 kilometer vision, you can clearly see everything within 10 kilometers. We will definitely go to the boxing gym in Chinatown to sign up today. Go, don't forget to mention my name when you go. May I have your name? Just say that Mewbai asked you to come. After I release the video later, Mewbai's reputation will definitely resound in all major boxing gyms. Well, the two exited the karate gym while talking. He didn't even take an umbrella when he left. Send two people away. Mewbai returned to the black belt coach to ask for some clues about the hand. But suddenly felt something strange around. Because Mewbai has disregarded control. So if someone uses a control ability on him, he can't feel it at all. Good. At this time a wooden door was pulled open. Step out of a ninja wearing a red ninja suit. See the ninja in the red ninja suit appear. Don't mention how excited Mewbai is. Because compared to the karate coach lying on the ground, the ninja in red must know where the hand's stronghold is. What's good? My gravity pressure has no effect on you. It's no wonder that your gymnasium has been able to win many battles. It turns out that you have been playing tricks all along. If you are not strong enough, you can only rely on cheating. The truth about the inside story of the karate gym. Victory depends on the help of a ninja who can control gravity. No wonder you dare to call it the strongest karate. Silver egg plus 10x2 current silver egg, 140. Crit. Mind control plus 10x2 current mind control, 190. Violence in violence. Silver egg cooling plus 10x2 current silver egg cooling, 20. You can say whatever you want, but you can't get out of here alive today. After speaking, Hong Yi drew out his 2 knives. It seems that he is very satisfied with his dual knife style. Standing in front of him was the originator of the double knife style, who had no idea at all. This is the first time I've seen a man who dares to compare swords with me. My knife skills are among the best among ninjas. You have no hope of winning. The ninja in red was concentrating on getting ready to strike. Be confident in both language and actions. And to give him confidence is the sword technique. With more than 30 years of knife skills and continuous polishing of knife skills, he didn't think there would be anyone who was more powerful than himself. Count first and second, then I will let you learn a lot. Mu Bai didn't use his dual swords. Turn around and go to the wall to pick up the 2 katanas on the display stand. But the ninja in red never took a step forward, even inserted the double knives back into the scabbard, until Mu Bai pulled out the double knives from their sheaths. He grasped the handle of the knife with both hands, pressed down and slashed towards Mu Bai quickly. When, a move that killed countless people in his eyes was easily blocked by Mu Bai. However, this did not shock him too much. The 2 knives pressed against each other and continued to chop. The 2 knives sparked, followed by a series of chopping. 320, dang dang dang. A quick attack that looks deadly in the eyes of bystanders. But none of them could hit Mu Bai in the slightest. It's embarrassing to say that such rubbish sword skills are among the best. Not many of you ninjas know how to use swords, right? Strength ridicules the red-clothed ninja's knife skills. In the past, the ninja in red could easily kill the enemy with just a few moves. Fortunately, I have used all the moves once and didn't take advantage of it at all. Silver Egg plus 10x2 current Silver Egg, 160. Crit. Mind Control plus 10x2 current Mind Control, 210. Mind Control reaches 200. Activate the second stage of Mind Control. You can directly control ordinary people. The probability of controlling mutant is 30%. The stronger the mutant ability, the higher the probability. Violence in Violence. Silver Egg Cooling plus 10x2 current Silver Egg Cooling, 40. Idiot. The ninja in red became furious. With a shout, continued to attack Mu Bai. It is bound to regain dignity in this attack. He gave up defense and switched to offensive mode. If you don't believe it, you can't hit a knife. And Mu Bai saw that the red ninja suddenly became serious. I am more relaxed. Throw away a knife. Just use another knife against the red ninja. Dang dang dang. The red-clothed ninja used his extreme sword skills alone. Intensive attacks hit like a torrential rain. But Mu Bai stood there motionless. Block all the attacks of the red ninja with only one knife. At the same time without getting hurt. It can also make the ninja in red bruised and bruised. Soon the torrential attack became slower and slower. The ninja in red almost exhausted all his strength to perform the trick just now. Until I was so tired that I couldn't lift the knife because of gasping for breath. That's it. Just 2 words are full of endless ridicule. The ninja in red is very angry, but there is nothing he can do. Silver Egg plus 10x2 current Silver Egg, 180. Crit. Golden Egg Cooling plus 20x2 current Golden Egg Cooling, 140. Violence in Violence. Silver Egg Cooling plus 10x2 current Silver Egg Cooling, 60. Just kill me. Self-knowledge is not as good as strength. The ninja in red threw down the 2 katanas in his hands with a cold expression. After practicing hard for more than 30 years, I thought I was invincible. But only now did he understand what a frog in a well is. I won't kill you, on the contrary, I haven't done my best yet. After speaking, throw away the normal katana in your hand. Summon the strongest dual swords. At the moment strongest dual swords have been put on the legendary skin Ruahuo. As soon as it was unsheathed, the blade was covered by raging fire. This caused the temperature of the gymnasium to rise extremely. Seeing Mu Bai's red-clothed ninja with 2 swords attached to fire, he couldn't help exclaiming, "Are you a mutant too?" "I'm not a mutant, I'm a natural beauty with skills." After speaking, he cancelled the flames on the double knives. He didn't intend to kill the red ninja. Just wanted to show off. Because he was still counting on the ninja in red to lead the way to the Hand Association stronghold. "You are mutant, what is the purpose of kicking the pavilion? Look for the hand to settle accounts. They kidnapped a little boy who is more important to me. Look for the hand to settle accounts." The red ninja snorted coldly, obviously feeling that Bai was throwing himself into a trap. Even though Mu Bai's knife skills are very strong, but the entire organization of the hand is an enemy. You can't settle accounts just by knowing how to juggle with a knife. If you are willing to take me there, I can give you a few more minutes of life. If you wear it, you will die. If you don't, you will die. The red ninja will not choose the former. Even if he dies, he will die for the organization. I also heard your determination to fight against the Han Society. Silver egg plus 10x2 current silver egg, 200. Silver eggs reach 200, activate laying hens, get a silver egg every day. Crit, golden egg cooling plus 20x2 current golden egg cooling, 180. Violence in violence, silver egg cooling plus 10x2 current silver egg cooling, 80. Don't think I'm going to take you to the hand. The red-clothed ninja held the idea that it would be better to break the jade than to be whole. He grabbed the double knives on the ground and slashed towards Mu Bai again. But his attack is like a turtle to Mu Bai. You can avoid all attacks by moving your body casually. Raised his foot and kicked the red ninja against the wall. Take me to the hand. Dream, take me to the hand. Take me to the hand. Control success. Now take me to the hand. No problem. The ninja in red stood up with empty eyes. How far is it from here to the hand's stronghold? More than 40 kilometers. Then we need to call another taxi. Mu Bai walked to the door of the gymnasium. The ninja in red followed closely to the door. At the moment it's night. It was still raining heavily outside. Lightning and thunder alternately. It should be difficult to hail a taxi in this kind of ghostly weather. I saw car lights coming on not far away. Mu Bai dragged the ninja in red to meet him. The man in the car noticed two people running towards him in the rain. Hastily yelled and slammed on the brakes. But the ground is too slippery when it rains. The car sped out more than 50 meters before stopping. Fake, I managed to get a promotion and raise my salary today, but I just ran into such unlucky things. The promoted man was still in shock. In a hurry, he took out a cigarette from his pocket, lit it, put it in his mouth and took a sharp puff. Only smoking can calm him down instantly. Then he opened the door and glanced at the rear. He couldn't see well because of the heavy rain. I could only look at the front of the car. After finding that there was nothing wrong with the front of the car, he returned to the car. It may be hallucinations caused by working overtime and staying up late recently, it must be so. The promoted man kept patting his cheeks to brainwash himself. He took 2 puffs of cigarettes to pretend to be calm. When there are other people in the car, it is recommended that you do not smoke. No, I can't calm down without smoking. The promoted man took another big breath. His eyes were loose and he took a big mouthful of smoke rings. But suddenly his eyes widened. His hands trembled uncontrollably. The cigarette on the mouth fell directly to the bottom of the foot. He slowly raised his head to look in the rearview mirror of the car. When I saw 2 people in bright red clothes sitting in the back seat. His face turned pale instantly. Ah, ghost. Then he opened the car door in a panic and ran out. Hey, where are you going? Looking at the vigorous pace of the man in the heavy rain. Mu Bai scratched his head. I just wanted to hitch a ride, why did people run away? I saw 2 people wearing red clothes sitting in the back seat at night, no matter who they were, they would scream and run away. Silver egg crit plus 10x2 current silver egg, 20. Crit, golden egg cooling plus 10x2 current golden egg cooling, 200. Golden egg cooling reaches 200, activate to speed up hatching. The hatching time of golden eggs is faster, and it can be opened in 1 day. Violence in violence, silver egg cooling plus 10x2 current silver egg cooling, 100. Silver eggs cool down to 100, activate seconds to hatch. Silver eggs do not need hatching time, you can open them immediately when you get them. Since he's gone, you go drive. The red-clothed ninja climbed into the driver's seat from the back seat without replying. The 2 then drove away. Because of the heavy rain on the road. From time to time, I saw the sky being split by lightning. The red ninja doesn't drive very fast. It took about 30 minutes for the 2 to reach their destination. Arrive, seeing the red-clothed ninja stop without saying a word. Mu Bai suddenly asked, yes, the abandoned garage over there is the stronghold of the hand. The red-clothed ninja looked ahead. Behavior is like a robot. Bai leaned on the car window and glanced at the large garage of more than 200 square meters not far away. I found that gangsters are unwilling to spend money to rent a better place, and they are willing to find abandoned places that don't cost money to use as strongholds. I really thought that no one would find them yet. But any remote place with abandoned houses will definitely be a hiding place for criminals. You have figured out the rules of the gang stronghold. Silver egg crit plus 10x2 current silver egg, 40. Crit. Golden egg cooling plus 10x2 current golden egg cooling, 220. Violence in violence. Exorcism plus 10x2 current exorcism, 30. There is a special entrance in the warehouse of Che, which can enter the basement. Okay, thanks. Just finished saying thank you. Bai stabbed the red ninja's body from behind. Only then did the red-clothed ninja wake up. He was stunned when he found that at the moment had arrived at the hand's stronghold. He took another look at the long knife eye piercing through the abdomen and closed his eyes unwillingly. After solving the red ninja, suddenly, a system prompt sounded in my ears. Discovery of phagosomes. Whether to devour the red ninja. The way of devouring is not to let me eat it. Bai covered his mouth with the urge to vomit anytime. Whether to devour the red ninja. Swallow. As devouring. Please wait patiently and do not move during the devouring process. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Successfully devoured. Gain gravity control plus 50 current gravity control, 50. Draw a knife and chop plus 10 currently draw a knife and chop, 10. Hand Association Stronghold Map plus 10 the current Hand Association Stronghold Map is, 10. Hey, a useless corpse has given so many skill fragments. Bai pulled out the long knife inserted in the driver's seat. When I looked again, the body of the red ninja was gone. It seems that I have to kill more villains with super abilities to complete my devouring cause. Set a small goal first, and swallow him 100 million. Established another goal and a new way to become stronger. Silver egg crit plus 10x2 current silver egg, 60. Crit. Golden egg cooling plus 10x2 current golden egg cooling, 240. Violence in violence. Exorcism plus 10x2 current exorcism, 50. See the benefits of devouring. Bai rushed towards the abandoned garage with 2 knives in hand. Without saying a word, he slashed open the door of the abandoned garage. But when I rushed in, I saw no one. I should let the red ninja live a little longer. Bai turned on the perspective to scan the entire garage. The stronghold under the garage was quickly discovered. No need to find secret doors. It directly penetrated the upper layer and fell to the lower layer stronghold. As soon as the body fell to the ground, he shouted excitedly, "Your little days are coming to an end, come out and die soon." The sound resounded through the underground stronghold. Constantly echoed. What about people? According to the plot, there should be a lot of people around right away. The underground stronghold is not bright. It was dark because the lights were not turned on. Bai has night vision so it is not affected. He crossed his hips and looked around. As a result, no one was seen. I looked at the Rolex under the uniform again. I found that it was only after 9 o'clock so I didn't fall asleep. Hey, is there anyone here? Raised his voice and shouted to the surroundings. At the moment is very much looking forward to meeting a few mutants with powerful abilities. If there is no one, I can file size anywhere. It was still very quiet around. You can even hear thunder coming from outside. No one has come out here. Could it be that I was deceived by that red-clothed ninja? Such a big and mysterious stronghold is uninhabited. It is a waste of resources. If no one talks, I will live here. Anyone who hears it will definitely come out and teach you a lesson. It's just that the surrounding silence seems very unreasonable. Silver egg crit plus 10x2 current silver egg, 80. Crit. Golden egg cooling plus 10x2 current golden egg cooling, 260. Violence in violence. Exorcism plus 10x2 current exorcism, 70. Could it be that I was really deceived? Bai turned on the perspective and scanned the stronghold again. Suddenly, a large number of corpses were found behind a door. So he hurried over. After blasting the door open, the body was found behind the door. Judging by the clothes and the same tattoo on the arm, it is obvious that the hand is a member of the hand. I'll go. My brother is one step late. Which righteous person did it? Mewbai went to a corpse and knelt down to take a look. The abnormality of the corpse was soon discovered. There are 2 cavities in the neck. The blood on his body was almost sucked dry. There are vampires, possessed by Renji. The analysis is very accurate. Silver egg crit plus 10x2 current silver egg, 100. Silver egg crit reaches 100, activate the crit product, there is a 30% chance to open the silver egg and get 2 times the income. Crit, golden egg cooling plus 10x2 current golden egg cooling, 280. Violence in violence, exorcism plus 10x2 current exorcism, 90. Putting down a corpse, Mewbai looked at the other corpses. All the bodies were found to have died in the same way. Apparently there's a vampire in here because the 340 doesn't close the windows. After sucking the blood of so many people, it is estimated that I have not eaten for more than 1,000 years. I'd better look for a corpse that can be devoured. I went around Mewbai and found nothing, although a little disappointed. But at least there was one big guy left and he didn't bother. Since there is no corpse that satisfies me, our hide and seek time should be over. I found you, the vampire hiding in the corner. One sentence shocked the vampire. Secret in the dark can be discovered by others. He became interested in your strength. Invisibility plus 10x2 current invisibility, 120. Crit, golden egg cooling plus 10x2 current golden egg cooling, 300. The cooldown of the golden egg reaches 300, activate the smashing golden egg. The golden egg has no hatching time, you can open it immediately when you get it. Violence in violence, exorcism plus 10x2 current exorcism, 110. Exorcism reaches 100, activate exorcist level 1, you can directly return the transformation-like ability to its original form. It's very satisfying that you can see me. Suddenly there was a sharp voice in the darkness. The more powerful the person, his blood will make me stronger. Your words also apply to me. The stronger the person, the more excited I will be, because your corpse will make me stronger. Why don't we see who can be sacrificed to whom now? Ha ha ha. The eerie laughter of the vampire came from the dark corner. You are not afraid of me, because you have no idea what kind of monster you are going to face. It's just a vampire who is afraid of eating garlic. I don't need to be afraid. Ha ha, vampires are afraid of garlic, have you watched too many movies? In the darkness, a gust of wind rushed towards Mewbai's back. But Mewbai stood there indifferently. Not even an expression of panic. This made the vampire hiding in the dark a little confused. Just now I was planning to come here to make a fuss. While Mewbai turned his head to attack the other side. Immediately pounced on him and bit his neck. But Mewbai was not fooled at all. His eyes were fixed on where he was. To tell you the truth, don't do some useless tricks, because I can hear and even see you hanging from the ceiling. Mewbai pointed in the direction of the vampire. It really frightened the vampire silly. How is it possible? You can ignore my night magic. Dark night magic, not bad, what other moves do you have? Tell me now so that I can know in advance what kind of skill fragments I can get. The vampire has not been solved yet, and I have already started to devour it. Your words make the vampire more sure that you are not easy to deal with. Invisibility plus 10x2 current invisibility, 140. Crit, mind reading plus 10x2 current mind reading, 120. Violence in violence, wall penetration plus 10x2 current wall penetration, 220. Are you a mutant too? Stop talking nonsense, I don't want to explain anymore. Brush, 2 laser beams shot towards the vampire's position. I thought the vampire would hide in a cool way. As a result, he was shot and fell to the ground. Anyway, you're also a vampire, so it's a bit unreasonable not to teleport, right? Cough. The vampire coughed up a mouthful of blood while covering the spot where he was shot. You have watched too many movies, real vampires are not the same as those in the movies. I can also see that your strength may not be as good as Edward Cullen, the hero of Twilight. Judging real vampires based on the strength of vampires in movies. I learned that vampires in reality are simply too weak. The movie is a bit overblown about the strength of vampires. Invisibility plus 10x2 current invisibility, 160. Crit, mind reading plus 10x2 current mind reading, 140. Violence in violence, Wall penetration plus 10x2 current wall penetration, 240. Before I kill you, tell me if you saw a little boy. What are you doing with the little boy? You don't have to worry about that, just answer. I'm not going to answer your question. The vampire suddenly flew up. Wave your hands vigorously. A dozen ninja flying darts flew towards Meiman. And Meiman didn't take the vampire's attack seriously at all. One-handed Lun Dao directly blocked all the flying darts. Vampires use flying darts. That definitely shouldn't be written into the movie. Fact, even the hidden ultimate moves are invalid. The vampire yelled and flew towards the exit. Although you are very strong, you forgot that I can fly. After the vampire flew away, he smiled at Meiman behind him as if announcing victory. Then he opened the secret door and flew above. Just when the laugh is about to fly out the garage door. Suddenly, 2 laser beams hit the wall and continued to bombard his chest. The vampire instantly felt that his chest was about to explode. Very painful. Please let me go. Woo woo woo. Hear the vampire cry. Meiman stopped the laser immediately. Hey, is there any mistake? You are a vampire and not a child. Don't cry and cry to affect the image of a vampire in my mind. One sentence tells you how much you recognize the strength of vampires. But the crying vampire in front of you subverts your perception of vampires. I can only hope that the other vampires can save their image a bit. The vampire knows that you already know that he is a child, so he decides not to pretend anymore. Invisibility plus 10x2 current invisibility, 180. Crit, mind reading plus 10x2 current mind reading, 160. Violence in violence. Wall penetration plus 10x2 current wall penetration, 260. I'm not actually a real vampire, just an imposter. Fake, thank God. If you were really a vampire, then the face of the vampire family will definitely be lost by you. Since I'm not a vampire, can you not kill me? The vampire lay on the ground and looked at Meiman with pitiful eyes. Are you dreaming? I need a corpse to devour you now, and you will definitely die. After speaking, he raised the knife and walked towards the vampire. Wait, I know that little boy you're looking for is there. Say it, I'll let you live for a few more seconds. Actually, I am that little boy. You were sent by the X-Men to pick me up, right? A good guy can make up random excuses just to save his life. Meiman stood in front of the vampire with a knife in hand. But seeing his trembling appearance, he decided to let him prove it. Backquote, if you dare to lie to me, I will definitely let you bleed to death. This sentence scares the vampire into numbness. Bloodletting to death is undoubtedly the most feared torture for vampires. Invisibility plus 10x2 current invisibility, 200. Stealth reaches 200, activate group stealth, you can choose to hide with others. Crit, mind reading plus 10x2 current mind reading, 180. Violence in violence. Wall penetration plus 10x2 current wall penetration, 280. After speaking, Meiman released the exorcism on the vampire. In the blink of an eye, the adult-looking vampire immediately turned into the appearance of an 11 or 12-year-old boy. Fact, seeing a vampire is what little boys become. And mind reading can also confirm that he is not lying. Meiman cursed directly. How do you do it? The little boy looked at himself in surprise. If only he could control the transformation time at will. It was used long before Meiman did it. It's just that he didn't expect the man in front of him, Qian Wangchao, to help him undo his transformation. Learn exorcism spells while watching The Witcher, and children should not try to watch American TV shows about The Witcher. It's still good to play the game Necromancer 3 adapted from The Witcher. Referring to the classic work Demon Hunter and the game Toilet. The story mainly describes the story of the demon hunter Geralt of Rivia hunting around and destroying monsters in a fictional medieval world. Games in the same series: Necromancer 1, Necromancer 2, King Assassin, Necromancer 3, Wild Hunt, Gwent of Necromancer. Invisibility plus 10x2 current invisibility, 220. Crit, mind reading plus 10x2 current mind reading, 200. Mind reading skills reach 200, activate group mind reading, you can clearly understand the minds of everyone within 1000 meters. Violence in violence. Wall penetration plus 10x2 current wall penetration, 300. Through the wall to 300, activate the mountain to fight the cow, you can let the ability released by yourself pass through the wall so as to cross the obstacle and hit the target. Necromancer 3. It's been a while since I've played. I'm playing GTA 5 now. Mentioning the game, the fear in the little boy's eyes dissipated instantly. Instead, it is a kind of pride. I'm just talking casually. I didn't expect GTA 5 to exist in this world. What about GTA 6? GTA 6 is still under development according to official news. Under development, maybe only one folder has been developed, and the rest will not be touched. Wait for Lao Tzu to go to their headquarters and force them to complete it with a knife. Originally everything in the world was just a fantasy. In today's world, strength is the king, let alone GTA 6, even riding in Blade 2 can be completed quickly. Invisibility plus 10x2 current invisibility, 240. Crit, dodge plus 10x2 current dodge, 20. Violence in violence. Spiritual immunity plus 10x2 current electronic eye, 130. You must take me with you when you go, they still owe me a lot of sequels. How old are you? It looks like you've played a lot. Mewbai re-examined the child in front of him. When he was his age, Mewbai was lying on the ground with his friends and playing pinball games. Even playing the Xiaoboang game console is a luxury. Let alone a 3A masterpiece. I started playing 3 years ago, and I fell in love with it when I watched my brother play it. Now I have only played and cleared 7,107 games in total. I've played the Elder Scrolls, Diablo, Prototype, and Call of Duty series. The vampire boy kept talking. Obviously, he had forgotten that Mewbai wanted to kill him just now. If I have time, I have to play enough, and I still play with Tony at his villa. You know Tony. The vampire boy's face suddenly exaggerated a lot. The expression is that of a fan hearing someone recognizes his idol. Definitely, that's my buddy, who gives me 2 million for free every week, and playing games together is even more commonplace. We even played Don't Starve together. You are so lucky. Having Tony is equivalent to having the best game console and the most complete games in the world. Yeah, I'll ask Tony to give me a nano console for my birthday to take with me to the bathroom. Vampire boys are very envious of you getting acquainted with Tony. He also wants to have a wealthy friend. Wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 220. Crit, wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 240. Violence in violence. Wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 260. Then can you send me a PS5? Give you a PS5. I remember that I was going to kill a vampire just now. Mewbai scratched his head. I'm making progress. The little boy thought that changing the subject could get rid of the fate of being killed, but he was pulled back by you again. Wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 280. Crit, Vampire Buster plus 10x2 current Vampire Buster, 20. Violence in violence. Healing blood plus 10x2 current healing blood, 20. Universal skill fragments plus 10x2 current universal skill fragments, 20. You don't need to send me off, as long as you can go around me. The vampire boy's eyes became frightened again. He hurriedly climbed out towards the corner of the wall. I want to stay as far away from Mewbai as possible. Don't be afraid, brother is just teasing you. I won't kill an innocent child for some skill fragments. Even if you are Mr. Fantastic's son Franklin, I will not break the principle. Your words immediately made the vampire boy regard you as a good person. Because bad guys will always do anything for power. Wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 300. Wealth reaches 300, activate Tony's generous gift, give $3 million a week, and have a 10% chance to get a Mark armor. Crit, Vampire Buster plus 10x2 current Vampire Buster, 40. Violence in violence. Healing blood plus 10x2 current healing blood, 40. Unless you can be more obnoxious than the kid in the Eden Lake movie, you won't learn the lesson. Don't worry AGCF, I'm absolutely obedient. Okay, good boy, now tell me where the Mutant Academy is. I'm going to find a bald head. Looking for a bald head. You want to find Professor X. The vampire boy was a little surprised. Definitely, as the greatest leader of mutant and a powerful psychic, he must be able to know the mystery of my identity. I want to dig into areas that every traverser has never been involved in. Speaking very tall. It also reflects a problem that contemporary time travelers never care about. Wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 320. Crit. Vampire Buster plus 10x2 current Vampire Buster, 60. Violence in violence. Healing blood plus 10x2 current healing blood, 60. Actually, to tell you the truth, I wanted to come out to get some air because I was too bored staying in Mutant Academy. By the way, I brought my brother's PS5 to Mutant Academy, but when I stepped out of Mutant Academy, I found myself in a strange place. It seems to have been teleported away by a mysterious force. According to what you said, you don't know where the Mutant Academy is. That's right, I actually want to go back more than you do, at least there are quite a few little girls there who adore me. As he spoke, the vampire boy raised his eyebrows. Fear is again overshadowed by narcissism. Fact. I came to you in the heavy rain, but you don't even know where the Mutant Academy is. Bai was angry with the vampire boy. After all, it took many twists and turns to find the little boy. With this time, it is better to practice new moves with Vanessa. Can you take me back to Mutant Academy? I wouldn't mind taking you on a juvenile prison tour, because I love this show so much, and in our country we like to call him Prison Shapeshifting Reporter. The United States' hottest family documentary program. Put a group of rebellious boys in prison to experience the life of criminals. The frightened children are the biggest highlight of the show. Wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 340. Crit. Vampire Buster plus 10x2 current Vampire Buster, 80. Violence in violence. Healing blood plus 10x2 current healing blood, 80. That's good too. If I can get on TV, maybe the district church will send Jean Grey to find me. The vampire boy is casually mentioned. Suddenly gave Bai inspiration. You're right, I deliberately kidnapped you and put you on the show. The X-Men will definitely not ignore it. I was so smart to think of that. Bai applauded his ingenuity. Well, I seem to have come up with this idea. Shut up. It's just the two of us now, do you have to be so serious? Just when Bai was talking to the vampire boy, the heavy rain outside suddenly became strange. The raindrops that should have landed on the ground were all suspended in the air, motionless. As long as you can send me back to Mutant Academy, I can introduce Jean Grey to you. She is not only beautiful, but also very strong. There are many suitors in the Mutant Academy. People like Wolverine, Cyclops and others like her. It's just that the two of them haven't caught up yet. Based on your strength and appearance, you should be able to easily catch up with Jean Grey. The vampire boy's words made Bai float. It was the first time I heard such a nice flattery. There was Shu Xian X Snake in the front, Ning Kaichen X Ghost in the back, I dare to X Caterpillar at 11th day, Bai, naturally can't lag behind, X Phoenix. Classic and coherent jokes. A wave is higher than a wave. Wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 360. Crit. Vampire Buster plus 10x2 current Vampire Buster, 100. Vampire Buster reaches 100, activates level 1, recognizes vampires, you can spot vampires in the crowd at a glance, and you are immune to all vampire tricks. Violence in violence. Healing blood plus 10x2 current healing blood, 100. The healing blood reaches 100, activate the healing universal blood. Your blood has 3 times the healing effect. The blood you allow to drink can quickly heal the injury, and the blood collected by others forcibly will be bad blood. That deed is a deal. Bai stretched out his fist to confront the vampire boy. I don't know your name yet. My name is Devin, how about you brother Chu? My name is Bai. Just when the two were happy. Da. The raindrops hanging in the air suddenly penetrated into the garage like bullets. Bai's eyes are fixed. Turn around to protect Devin. The 2 knives are clasped in hands. Swipe. Block all flying water droplets. At the same time, a large puddle of water accumulated around it. What happened? Devin, who was hiding behind Bai, covered his head and shouted. He didn't even see what was coming in. Thought it was a bullet. Should be from the hand. Bai's relaxed tone didn't seem like his attitude when he was in danger. Aren't all the hand members dead? It's just ordinary people who died, and the real boss hasn't shown up yet, so he probably just came back from taking a shower on a rainy day. Looking at the densely packed holes around the garage, Bai listened attentively. At the moment only the sound of rain outside can be heard. No one's heartbeat could be heard. As if no one was outside. But Mewbai is very sure that there must be a mutant outside. Can't hear the heart. The ability is definitely stronger than other mutants. Knowing that the opponent is strong makes Mewbai excited. Because it can be devoured again. What he likes most now is devouring the strong. Because the garage is run through a lot of holes. The heavy rain outside flows into the garage along the dense holes. Soon a 2 mm deep water bank formed at the foot of Mewbai. Brush. The water on the ground suddenly rose like a water curtain. Form a water polo to envelop Mewbai. And Devin was not bound. He was looking at the scene in front of him in panic. Mewbai, what's wrong with you? Are you kidding me? I don't have time to tease you, it must be mutant from the hand. Water controlling mutant, are you alright? Devin kicked hard at the water polo that trapped Mewbai. But all to no avail. Hitting a water polo can immediately absorb the surrounding water and restore it. Don't waste your efforts, you can only be trapped in my water balloon and slowly suffocate to death. A woman's voice sounded from inside the garage. Soon the water on the ground rose again and turned into a human form. A woman in a bikini appeared in front of them. Who are you? Who am I? Who are you and why are you here? I guess you just came back. Mewbai answered suddenly. He has voice transmission and can talk even in water. That's right, I went out because I like rainy days. Since you just came back, you must not know that this little boy has killed all the ninjas in the underground stronghold. What? The water girl stared at Devin with wide eyes. And Devin quickly hid behind Mewbai. Devin is confused. I thought you would protect him, but in the end you betrayed him. He already regrets calling you a handsome guy. Wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 380. Crit, Vampire Buster plus 10x2 current Vampire Buster, 120. Violence in Violence, Healing Blood plus 10x2 current Healing Blood, 120. Are you kidding me that a kid can kill all my elite men? The water girl snorted coldly. I don't know what Mewbai's purpose is for bringing this up. But she directly chose not to believe it. Devin told this ant that what I just said is true. Ant, water girl on the opposite side is clearly in her early 30s, single and unmarried. Being called ant, the anger in my heart surged up instant L. Wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 400. Wealth reaches 400, activate monthly salary, get an additional $10 million from Tony every month. If you keep upgrading your wealth, Tony, as the richest man in the world, may not be able to handle it. Crit, Vampire Buster plus 10x2 current Vampire Buster, 140. Violence in Violence, Healing Blood plus 10x2 current Healing Blood, 140. What did you call me just now? The water girl clenched her fists and asked again. You may have misunderstood what auntie meant. In our country, aunts are a symbol of wealth. You may not have heard of the fact that Longguo aunts bought a large amount of gold and caused changes in the world's gold price. Back then, the international gold price plummeted, and Longguo aunts crazily grabbed gold and became famous. I don't care what you're talking about, but I don't like to hear the word, Mom. The water girl suddenly cast a spell. The water balloon that trapped Mewbai was shrinking rapidly. Gradually shrink from a large human-shaped ball to a small ball. The strong water pressure is enough to crush people into cakes. But it's a piece of cake for Mewbai. It simply came out of the water polo. This scene really shocked the water girl. That was her big move just now. No one can escape from a water polo. Now Mewbai has done it. And it feels very relaxed. It's as easy as taking off a piece of clothing. How? How did you do it? The water girl took a few steps back in surprise. The casting hand froze in the air. Like this. The water girl didn't quite believe it. Mewbai got back into the water polo and walked out easily. Repeatedly jumping in and out of the water polo directly caused the water girl's mentality to burst. No. Impossible. The water girl was so surprised that she backed away again and again. The body gradually retreated outside the garage. Wait, don't back up anymore, you might run away if you back up. Go to hell. The water girl raised her hands above her head. The raindrops falling continuously in the sky stopped instantly. When the hands fell, the raindrops shot towards the two of them again like bullets. Seeing that the water girl was in a hurry, Mu Bai looked at each other and smiled, and the double knives in his hands were immediately covered by raging fire. Salsa. Immediately, a large amount of water vapor rose around Mu Bai. Even the rainwater on the ground has been completely evaporated. At the moment, the ground was so warm that my feet were a little hot. This, Aunt, have you never seen a knife that can make fire? The water girl was completely frightened by Mu Bai's strength, turning around as about to flee into the distance. But how could Mu Bai let a corpse with potential escape? In the next second, his figure moved forward in a quick, 683 step. A knife stabbed through the body of the water girl. In order not to affect the whole body, the flame was deliberately cancelled. Otherwise, it would be extremely embarrassing if it could not be swallowed by ashes. And the water girl opened her mouth wide with unwillingness. She could have used the strongest trick to securely sit on the first sister of the hand union. In the end, meeting Mu Bai ruined his life. Ma'am, rest in peace. Discover objects that can be devoured. Whether to swallow. Yes. Being devoured. 5 4 3 2 1. Successfully devoured. Water dungeon plus 40 current water dungeon, 40. Water body plus 20 current water body, 20. Water control plus 20 current water control book, 20. Water absorption plus 20 current water absorption, 20. Water bomb plus 20 current water bomb, 20. Shuangwaiwai, a corpse has 120 skill fragments. I am more and more fond of devouring the strong. After devouring the water girl's body, it disappeared instantly. Devin, who was hiding in the garage, heard Mu Bai laughing and ran out to check. Where is she? Don't worry about being eaten by me. Eat by you. I was planning to eat you too. You should be glad you are just a child. Devin didn't speak, but an unsettling thing suddenly sounded. Why did you mention that I killed her men? I don't feel guilty if someone killed you. Devin wants to swear. I thought you were a principled person, but you still wanted to kill someone with an excuse. Wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 420. Crit. Vampire Buster plus 10x2 current Vampire Buster, 160. Violence in Violence. Healing Blood plus 10x2 current Healing Blood, 160. I'm just kidding with you. I just want to extract some benefits from what you do. You have seen my strength. That woman can't hurt you at all. Seeing Devin was a little unhappy, Mu Bai immediately pinched Devin's face. And Mu Bai's explanation also made Devin let go of his prejudice just now. But I have a new understanding of Mu Bai. That's cheap. But also a good guy. So where are we going now? I'm going to the hotel to find my girlfriend. I will go with you. No, you went to the two-person world that will disturb us. You can't leave me here alone, can you? You're a vampire and you're afraid of the dark. But I'm not a vampire now. Only when I become a vampire will I not be afraid. All right. Mu Bai reluctantly took out his mobile phone. Are you going to book me a hotel room? No, I'm searching for a cemetery nearby. Ah, okay kid, come with me. It's really stingy. You will definitely have a lot of money if you know Tony. I have money, but it doesn't mean I have to be a philanthropist. You will have to pay back the money you owe me. I really admire you, but you just need to take me to my brother, and I will steal his money and take his PS5. Others are cheating. You cheating brother. Maybe you will cheat me in the future. Just to be on the safe side, I need to pay back twice the money I spent on you. Never seen people in such an area. But Devin at the moment can only count on you to take him back. People have to bow their heads under the eaves. Wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 440. Crit. Vampire Buster plus 10x2 current Vampire Buster, 180. Violence in Violence. Healing Blood plus 10x2 current Healing Blood, 180. After speaking, Mu Bai led Devin into the car that came. Cyclonus returned to the hotel where Vanessa was staying. Because it is rainy, the speed on the road is fast. When I came back, the car was not what it looked like. When the security guard at the gate of the parking lot saw a horrible car approaching. Wearing a raincoat, he stood at the gate of the parking lot and stopped him. Hey, you guys can't come here with a car that has an accident. See, the security guard stopped in front of the car. Mu Bai rolled down the car window and poked his head out. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning. Don't your security guards sleep on the night shift? Sleep? Did the company invite us to sleep? It seems that the security of the United States is not as good as that of our country. What's the point of being a security guard if you work night shift and don't sleep? The truth is out. Whether a company can stay for a long time depends on whether it can sleep in the night shift. Wealth plus 10x2 current wealth, 460. Crit. Vampire Buster plus 10x2 current Vampire Buster, 200. Vampire Buster reaches 200. Activate the second stage of Vampire Buster. No enchantment is required. Your attack can directly hurt vampires. Violence in Violence. Healing Blood plus 10x2 current Healing Blood, 200. Healing Blood reaches 200. Activate First Aid Blood. Your blood can immediately stop bleeding and restore wounds. It can only be applied to the blood that you allow. Vehicles involved in accidents are not allowed to enter here. I saw the security guard insisting on guarding the door. Meiman is not unreasonable either. Get out of the car, kid. And Devin, who was foaming at the mouth in the back seat, wasn't listening at all. The driving skills on Meiman Road are more exciting than the roller coaster that Devin has played. The person was dizzy halfway. This kid doesn't fit in my car. After speaking, he hugged Devin out. How is he? The security guard became concerned. It's okay, I just fainted, and I'll be fine soon. Meiman stretched out his hand and took the security badge. Prick your thumb with a badge pin. Quickly press it in Devin's mouth. Devin slowly opened his eyes after drinking Meiman's blood. What time is it? We've only just arrived. Meiman loosened Devin's butt and landed on the ground. Hey man, how could you do that to a kid? I suspect you abused him. The security guard took out his electric baton and looked serious. And Meiman ignored the security guard's words. Walking to the front of the car, he crumpled the car and threw it to the side of the road. Then he clapped his hands and went to the stunned security guard holding an electric baton and asked, "What did you just say?" "It's okay brother, please come in. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more."